chase. They feel that June will be a factor. Sri Lanka, there is no change in their 11. 11 that won a couple of days ago. They just shifted. Coca-Cola best. QR code scan करो. Instructions follow करो. तो ले आओ 8 liter bottles और जीतो लाखों 350 ml bottles बिल्कुल free. Pakistan with just one change. Shaheen Shafri, the back fit, and he comes into the 11. That's a huge boost to that fast bowling lineup experience, especially with the new ball. Otherwise, it is a familiar faces. Usman Tariq doesn't get a game. Pakistan set up, they want Shaheen Shafri, they'll hit the ground running. It is a huge boost in this final to have their leading fast bowler in. For Sri Lanka, they want a brisk start, they want a confident start, especially from Nissanka, who's their main player. Mishara has looked good. Salman Ali Agha, well, he thinks that batting second is the option. Will they be due? Will the balls get on? Right now, it looks pretty decent wicket. Pami Amagwa with me. You saw the wicket up close, and it's all set up.
Hello, Baz, and hello, everybody. Yeah, looking forward to this, and indeed it is all set up. Pakistan, who have gone well through the tournament, have been right up at the front, setting the pace, and came unstuck in their previous game. Their skipper, though, in the runs, and that'll please them no end. For Sri Lanka, you might say a side that was backed against the wall and kind of had to do something. And with that asked of them, they've managed to pull out 2 really good games. They must do it a third time to win here. Both Nissanka and Mishara showing form, playing well, not at the same time, but they will hope tonight that they can give Sri Lanka a good start. They have this man to face who comes back into the setup for this big game, and normally right up at the front. Certainly in times past, he's produced something to get Pakistan going, and he'll be hoping to do that again. As far as the surface is concerned, you'd say the batters must calmly, cautiously, and calculatedly be aggressive. No need to go out the blocks too quickly.
A shot of a length, and it's just guided down to third. That ball, a good bounce on it.
Yeah, there is a necessity to assess the pitch and assess the pace of it, so that you can then communicate whatever those thoughts are to the rest of the batting order. Cracks abound as far as this surface is concerned, and that's been a characteristic that's been there through the tournament. And so, can they forget about whatever it is that misbehaves? Because even though there might be a few that do, generally there's been opportunity for run scoring.
Down the leg side, that'd be a wide. Have to re-ball that. But for Sri Lanka, it is Mishara will take the aggressive route. Plenty of attention being paid to those 22 yards. Having a look, guessing how it will play, where I should pitch, where I could get bounced from.
Making friends.
Off the back foot. You talked about calculation, you talked about the structure. Now the structure that Sri Lanka play at is Nissanka will probably just make sure that he gets in and try and bat through the innings. Mishara, though, we've seen him to take the game on straight on.
Yeah, natural game sort of stuff is what you would like from both of them. And Nissanka, as you say, oh, what a play. It's wonderful to watch. But Mishara showed us that he can play too. And he was cautious in the way he went about it, controlled, rather than just flailing the bat all over the place.
He brings that one back in, slightly lesser in pace. Pace off. Lots of stuff going on, throw, but in the end, no overthrows.
Yep, just cuts back, carries on with the angle. Clearing his throat there because not hitting another set. A good start, important. That 76 was something to behold.
Not getting his radar right. Obviously, he's come back after injury. So you might just think he'll not be in full rhythm straight away. But Mishara, he was in cracking form, made it count in a game that Sri Lanka had to win. Very good off the back foot and then aggressive against the spinners. Not afraid to hit it over mid-wicket, not afraid to hit it in the air. But that sort of innings sets it up for any batting unit. Pace off.
Still a fledgling career, Mishara. And so those runs he got in the previous match, because of the pressure that was on Sri Lanka, will build him no end. It'll also earn him Browning points, trust points in that change room.
Slow again, this time full pitched. So driven through the offside. First boundary of the innings.
It's a beautiful shot. Fully committed to it. Once he picked, it was a slower ball to make sure he gets the gap. Short cover in front of him. He's got to get past him. Does so comfortably. And he'll have enjoyed that to get off the mark.
A couple of wides, one half volley. Back of a length this time. He doesn't get hold of it. A chance for another boundary this time. Just gloves it. Gets a single to square leg. 8 without loss.
तुम ना एक्टिंग स्कूल जाओ।
कोलगेट ने पूरे 24 घंटे तक कैविटी से हिफाजत।
तो कैविटीज का कोई चांस ही नहीं।
मेरे पास है तो पाकिस्तानियत है। इन स्टोर, ऑनलाइन, एनीटीएम, हर जगह चले। मेरे पास आज ही अपने बैंक से करना है।
Parle Ayurvedic Cream Bleach में मौजूद नेचुरल इंग्रेडिएंट्स। Parle Ayurvedic Cream Bleach 50 रुपए की प्राइस में। अब आम क्रीम ब्लीच क्यों?
खुशी ब्रांड जदीद तरीन BMSS मोटर और इसकी ब्रूनोस टेक्नोलॉजी की बदौलत ये बना तकनीक पर सबसे ज्यादा हवा देने वाला पंखा। खुशी फैन क्वालिटी की लगन।
Triangle by Goofy.
Try Trianglo by Goofy.
Ehsan Raza, a very experienced umpire. In this final, his 85th T20I. Leading umpire from Pakistan, Ehsan Raza. Salman Mirza. Nicely played, but straight to the fielder. Decent start from both Mishara and Salman Mirza. Asif Yaqub, his 35th T20I match. Pakistan, this prize series, it's really been the spinners who've dominated. Ace bowling has suffered. Shaheen Afridi hasn't played many games, so it's a bit of a problem with the faster men. Time again finds the field. Right, Bank Alphala with its 1100 plus branches. Open your current account from nearest branch to enjoy various free services and earn Orbit rewards by maintaining or growing your balance. The first couple of deliveries have been straight to mid-off and cover. But normally you associate pace with Pakistan. They've just got 8 wickets and averaging almost 40, even the economy rate quite high. Maybe that's too with the conditions too, but it is quite a variant with the spinners really dominating. This time again, quick single, 3 drives, 3 pretty looking drives, but just gets 1.
Just kind of having to wait for the ball to get to him a little bit. Not quite coming on this pitch. Comfortable enough with the single. Trying to figure out a way to rotate here, even though it's just 9 balls gone. But what they've looked is comfortable. Mashara facing most of the strike. All but 1 ball. What you don't want is helter-skelter and them looking like they're kind of forcing the issue.
Trying to get it down to third. That fielder on the boundary offside is on a gully line, so anything finer than that will race away. And Sankar looking for that gap. It's a very wide third. Slightly unlucky. Now this matchup, although a very, very small sample size, previous game it was Salman Mirza who got the better of Nimsanka with the pace off delivery. So far he's bowled seam up. Oh, just bounces over the stumps.
We absolutely love his skills, Salman Mirza. Can get it up there in terms of pace, 139, 140-ish. But what he does possess is any varying deliveries, and wasn't shy to pull out a slower ball early on, which was a gem in the previous match. It's just shown us his Yorker right there, which nearly got through.
A short ball pulled away, and pulled away extremely well, way in front of square, and that's a boundary to end the second. 13 without loss.
Just about each time you talk the guy up.
लाइफ पॉइंट नेचुरली सिल्की शैम्पू मेथी दाना और कलौंजी के साथ जो बालों को बनाए सिल्की और मजबूत। मेथी दाना और कलौंजी का कमाल, नो मोर उलझे बाल। तो हो जाए सोनी धरती के नाम, टपाल दानेदार का एक और कप।
इनको पुराने तरीकों से ऑर्डर करने दें। मोर देन 2 लाख ग्रोसरी आइटम्स के साथ आपका ऑर्डर फूल पैंडा सामान लेगा।
Throughout his first 6 overs, Shaheen Afridi. Another single to mid-on. Pakistan won't mind this. They'll say, okay, 6 and over, you take your medicine. Egotel Mobile, official mobile handset partner. They'll be thinking if you go 36-40 in the power play, that's fine. Don't want to concede too many because Sri Lanka have been very good in the power play in this tri-series. Inside edge. You just feel that it's coming. They want to make use of his first 6 overs.
Generally been a tough length to bowl, to deal with when it's been bowled in the series, whoever it is, and on either of the pitches that we've been on. Sri Lanka been pretty calm in that power play, bar that one game.
Oh, he's hit that. And he's hit that beautifully. That has gone, sailed away for a maximum.
Shot of a man in form. Pathum Nissanka tried the ball before, it was a bit fuller than that, and he couldn't quite get it away. Goes again this time, and that's some strike. Oh, listen to that. 6 sumptuous runs.
Bam! The slow one from Shaheen Shah Afridi. Pace on last time, disappeared. This time, he hits the stumps.
A wonderful riposte from the champion, that is Shaheen Shah Afridi. Says, how about you go again? He tries, the ball not there at all. It's not arrived, and it crashes into the stumps. Finger aloft, because he has the last laugh. Pathum Nissanka gone bold. It's 20 for 1.
राबिया का बेस्ट फ्रेंड, उसका कैमरा।
वाह
और कितना खींचोगे?
अम्मी, दुनिया को पाकिस्तान की अलग तस्वीर दिखानी है। इसकी खूबसूरती की जब तक दिखाऊंगी नहीं, रुकूंगी नहीं।
मैं इसके ख्वाबों के बीच किसी को नहीं आने दूंगी, जरासीम को भी नहीं। इसीलिए लाइफ बॉय।
बड़े ख्वाबों को दे लाइफ बॉय की बड़ी हिफाजत, जो दे जरासीम से 100% यकीनी हिफाजत।
अम्मी, मेरी पाकिस्तान की तस्वीर जीत गई।
हैंडसम रखना ना। हैंडसम ग्लो चाहिए तो यूज कर विंसे 3x हैंडसम, जिसका ट्रिपल एक्शन फॉर्मूला दे लॉन्ग लास्टिंग ग्लो। विंसे 3x हैंडसम, एक्सक्लूसिवली हिज।
अब बैंक अकाउंट खोलने ब्रांच जाने की जरूरत नहीं, बस अभी अस्करी डिजिटल अकाउंट ओपनिंग ऐप डाउनलोड करो और फौरन अकाउंट खोलो, कहीं से भी और कभी भी।
अरे सुनो, ब्राइट तो सब राइट कर दिया ना।
खाना बनाओ मैजिकल, कोका कोला मैजिकल ऑफर के साथ। हर 1.5 लीटर बॉटल पर जीतो 350 ml बॉटल फ्री। QR कोड स्कैन करो और इंस्ट्रक्शंस फॉलो करो तो ले आओ 1.5 लीटर बॉटल और जीतो लाखों 350 ml बॉटल्स बिल्कुल फ्री।
Brings it back in, quick delivery. But after being hit for 6, Shaheen Shah Afridi thought, well, pace off is the way to go.
You gotta get the length right. If you do, and batter slightly early, then you're in with the huge shout. Particularly early doors, they're looking to try and get boundaries. He's just picked one up, and he's looking to do exactly the same thing because he thinks it's the same delivery. Boxed.
Turned away leg side, he'll get off the mark, Will Mendes. And after 3, it is 21 for 1.
तो हो जाए सोनी धरती के नाम, टपाल दानेदार का एक और कप। नया लाइफ बॉय नेचुरली सिल्की शैम्पू, मेथी दाना और कलौंजी के साथ, जो बालों को बनाए सिल्की और मजबूत। मेथी दाना और कलौंजी का कमाल, नो मोर उलझे बाल।
हैंडसम रखना ना। हैंडसम ग्लो चाहिए तो यूज कर विंसे 3x हैंडसम, जिसका ट्रिपल एक्शन फॉर्मूला दे लॉन्ग लास्टिंग ग्लो। विंसे 3x हैंडसम, एक्सक्लूसिवली हिज।
खुशी फैन जदीद तरीन BLSS मोटर और इसकी क्रूल नोज टेक्नोलॉजी की बदौलत ये बना तट रोड पर सबसे ज्यादा हवा देने वाला पंखा। खुशी फैन, क्वालिटी की लगन।
तो शॉपिंग बेशुमार है, स्टोर, ऑनलाइन, ATM, हर जगह चले, फायदे पे फायदा दे।
आज ही अपने बैंक से करना है।
Oh, piece in, going across, see movement away. The Flickr-free moment. Download now and get the insurance you need on your fingertips. It's it through that offside, that very wide field on the fence. Wide third man, if you want to call that. And Pakistan, after that previous over, we thought that six would just spur things on, but Shaheen Shah Afridi with the wicket means a calm again.
Watching closely here with regard to how the surface is behaving. That last ball kind of just seemed like it might have stayed a touch low. Ball before first of the over also kind of just got to the keeper on the bounce.
Oh, swing and a miss. That one is a variant, the one that just goes away from the left-hander.
Yeah, this is an opportunity. It's full, it's in the slot, and he's probably tried to hit that too hard, try to hit the cover off it, because the opportunities have been few and far between, and in so doing, he's missed it completely. Sweating on something to get away, so that they can use this power play effectively.
Hits it leg side, the timing is good and the distance even better. Drags it leg side, but it goes all the way.
Wonder if he nominated that next up would be a slower one into the pitch, and he just picks it up beautifully. Nobody out there, wide open spaces. But never mind, even if there was, they couldn't have stopped that. It sails all the way for six. Lovely shot. It's been a bit of a boundary or nothing for Sri Lanka in this little first phase. And what they would like is for a little bit more rotation, the ability just to get the ball away and rotate strike, get that board moving. Otherwise, the pressure builds too much, and then you feel as if you've got to do something big at once, thereby false shot or giving away an opportunity.
Into the offside, a chance! A direct hit might have been interesting. You wanted to rotate strike, but the opportunity not there. 28 for 1.
कैविटी है क्या? मैं स्कूल कैसे जाऊंगा?
तुम ना एक्टिंग स्कूल जाओ।
कोलगेट ने पूरे 24 घंटे तक कैविटी से हिफाजत।
तो कैविटी का कोई चांस ही नहीं।
अब बैंक अकाउंट खोलने ब्रांच जाने की जरूरत नहीं, बस अभी अस्करी डिजिटल अकाउंट ओपनिंग ऐप डाउनलोड करो और फौरन अकाउंट खोलो, कहीं से भी और कभी भी। Try Trianglo by Goofy. इनको पुराने तरीकों से ऑर्डर करने में more than 2 लाख grocery items के साथ आपका ऑर्डर फूड पैंडा संभाल लेगा।
नया लाइफ पॉइंट नेट।
So just outside off stump, back of a length. But Salman Ali Agha will be pretty happy with the way things have gone so far. Sri Lanka wanted a swift start. So far, it's been slightly scratchy. Not really raced out of the blocks. This one is hit down the ground, pitched out, and that has been beautifully hit.
Just think back to the one he gets full from Salman and he tries to hit the cover of it. Contrast it with this shot. In control fully and doesn't hit it that hard. Just hits through the line, keeps his shape, and that flies away. A superb shot. Really well played by Mishara.
And he strikes at 140 in T20s. Does Mishara. So, very dangerous player. Up the order. Oh, slower into the pitch.
Shaheen Shafridi is a wonderful operator. Look at the length there. He just comes back from that, gets dispatched for 6, or goes back to that length that's fuller and takes pace off. The accuracy paying off, the smartness, street smartness, and the skill with the accuracy bowling the slow ball pays rich dividends. Because that's a form batter he's got, and it punches a hole in that Sri Lankan batting.
Down the ground, and just race away for the single. Mishara on to 20. And this is finding his way through his innings, navigating up front. And remember, there's just 8 deliveries, 8 legal deliveries left in the power play. You want to make the most of that. So far, it's the slow ones into the pitch that have worked. Pace off. Pitch up, he tries to lift us over. Just gets enough. Couple of runs.
You're recognizing
KFC, flip the bucket challenge. All you have to do is flip the KFC bucket onto your head as fast as you can, and you can win finger-licking good prizes.
a bowler's recognizing there's value in taking the pace off on this pitch. And the batters also setting themselves for that.
Quick single. So after 5, it is 39 for 1.
नया लाइफ पॉइंट नेचुरली सिल्की शैम्पू मेथी दाना और कलौंजी के साथ जो बालों को बनाए सिल्की और मजबूत। मेथी दाना और कलौंजी का कमाल, नो मोर उलझे बाल।
Olay 24K Gold Green, Beauty Cream. Olay 24K Gold Green, Beauty Cream.
Wear your attitude. Darren Sunny, Oscar Ali.
खाना बनाओ मैजिकल कोका कोला मैजिकल ऑफर के साथ 1.5 लीटर बॉटल पर जीतो 350 ml बॉटल फ्री। क्यूआर कोड स्कैन करो और इंस्ट्रक्शंस फॉलो करो तो ले आओ 1.5 लीटर बॉटल्स और जीतो लाखों 350 ml बॉटल्स बिल्कुल फ्री।
खुशी फैन जदीद तरीन BLSS मोटर और इसकी ट्रू लूज टेक्नोलॉजी की बदौलत ये बना 30 वोल्ट पर सबसे ज्यादा हवा देने वाला पंखा। खुशी फैन, क्वालिटी की लगन।
For him and showing that he's more a complete player. Promise, I have a question for Pommy. 2 days ago, Pommy and Zimbabwe were supporting Pakistan. I'd like to know who they're supporting to.
He says he's supporting Emirates. He's off tonight. Supporting Emirates, supporting a gold card.
A lot of support needed in Sri Lanka. Those thoughts and prayers with people affected in the floods, the landslides, a lot of devastation, news of it. Sri Lankan team, they're also putting their hands up to try and support them. Our thoughts and prayers
Absolutely.
with everyone.
It's a topsy-turvy world as far as weather forecast is concerned. Everybody seems to be impacted by it.
Big shot straight down the ground. Has it made it over the rope?
It's gone all the way for 6. Now this is superb batting. We're talking about a guy who's hitting them so cleanly.
When he started in international cricket, it was all about giving himself room and going offside. Now he's relaxed, his hands are better. He's able to hit through the line to the leg side, and most importantly, those soft hands to drop and run. I like what I saw just now. We didn't waste time. The fielders, it was tight, but they signaled 6. Usually we don't get that.
Slashed over the infield for another boundary, I think. So once again, an example of how quickly he picks up the leg, just like that man. 50 comes up for Sri Lanka.
They'll be happy with this power play. This over and the previous, which went for 11, now got them rolling again. And just as we were discussing 2 days ago, Ramesh, it was you who brought it up as well, how the spin is managed. The same 2 players who did so well a couple of days ago out there. That's where over number 6 to 12 again becomes very, very important.
Yeah, that's going to be critical. How Sri Lanka plays that phase of the innings. They need Mishara and Mendes out there for that middle phase challenge. On the pads, that goes away from keeper's dive and given as 4 leg byes. Yeah, that's what Mishara has done to Mirza and company, because he's been on the attack, so they've got to really think very fast on their feet, and they've really not been able to do much about this left-hander's grace and quality. Relentless attack from Mishara has got them thinking, and they seem to be at 6s and 7s.
I think they've been surprised by Mishara. As I mentioned, what he'd shown them was one-dimensional. But here he is a quality player.
On the pads, worked away to the gap for a single, timing them so well.
In Pakistan, targeting Pathum Nissanka, Mendes, and they've done really well. Pathum Nissanka dismissed twice in a similar way. 58 for 1 for Sri Lanka 2 days ago. They ended up with 184. Last ball of the power play.
Wickets in hand is going to be key. This is a different pitch. I think you expect this to spin just a little bit more. Need set batsmen out there to see off that middle phase of the innings. Pats it down to the 3rd fielder for a run. End of the power play after 6, 56 for 1.
Put it to bat.
सोनी धरती के नाम टपाल दानेदार का एक और का
अब बैंक अकाउंट खोलने ब्रांच जाने की जरूरत नहीं, बस अभी अस्करी डिजिटल अकाउंट ओपनिंग ऐप डाउनलोड करो और फौरन अकाउंट खोलो, कहीं से भी और कभी भी। Try Trianglo by Goofy.
कैविटी है क्या? मैं स्कूल कैसे जाऊंगा?
तुम ना एक्टिंग स्कूल जाओ।
हर माँ जानती है कि कोलगेट मैक्सिमम कैविटी प्रोटेक्शन ये पूरे 24 घंटे तक कैविटी से हिफाजत।
सुपर ग्रूमर, हैंडसम ग्लो चाहिए तो यूज कर Wednesday 3X हैंडसम, जिसका ट्रिपल एक्शन फॉर्मूला दे लॉन्ग लास्टिंग ग्लो। Wednesday 3X हैंडसम, exclusively his.
Straight back at Abrar. It is a cold evening, and that must have pinched his hand. I don't know where did it hit him, but wow.
It's his right hand. Mendes not allowing Abrar to settle down. Trying to take him on. I think it's his thumb that's taken a beating. Oh, he is in pain. Abrar countered for Mendes with a similar length delivery that skidded through. He seems fine. It's more to do with the cold. No real damage. He's fine.
So that's the other option available to Mendes and Mishara, to really go hard against Abrar, not allow him to settle down. If he's going to be the key in the next 4 or 5 overs, then he's got to be probably attacked. Anyway, Few repair works to be done probably on Abrara's thumb. Yeah, we mentioned it at the
इनको पुराने तरीकों से ऑर्डर करने दें मोर देन 2 लाख ग्रोसरी आइटम्स के साथ आपका ऑर्डर फूड पैंडा संभाल लेगा खाना बनाओ मैजिकल कोका कोला मैजिकल ऑफर के साथ हर 1.5 लीटर बॉटल पर जीतो 350 ml बॉटल फ्री क्यूआर कोड स्कैन करो और इंस्ट्रक्शंस फॉलो करो तो ले आओ 1.5 लीटर बॉटल्स और जीतो लाखों 350 ml बॉटल्स बिल्कुल फ्री
अरे सुनो प्राइस तो सब राइट कर दिया ना
तो हो जाए सोनी धरती के नाम टपाल दानेदार का एक और का
खुशी फैन जदीद तरीन BLSS मोटर और इसकी प्रोमोस टेक्नोलॉजी की बदौलत इसे बना टच बोर्ड पर सबसे ज्यादा हवा देने वाला पंखा खुशी फैन क्वालिटी की लगन
कॉफी ओट मिल्क अपना स्नैक इंप्रूव करो पेपर है तो ऐड टू कार्ट है इन स्टोर ऑनलाइन एनीटाइम हर जगह चले फायदे पे फायदा दे पेपर
आज ही अपने बैंक से करना
is this one. Contrary to Sri Lanka, who used Dikshana and Hasaranga regularly in the power play session.
Dikshana preferred option, but if Hasaranga is bowling in the power play, Ramesh, that means they're in trouble. The Irons have taken a battery and he's coming to plug it. 165, 170 is what Sri Lanka should target if they can get the foundation right. You go for more. It is looking a very dry pitch. Spinners have had more of a say on this pitch than the other.
Nice fly and bit of grip and spin. So when he's getting the ball to tweak, that means that there is roughness on the surface. Abrar usually is wicket to wicket, not a big spinner of the ball.
So Sri Lanka might also feel that 180 might not be enough. The way Pakistan chased the other day, they showed a lot of strength to come back from 4 for 43 to get within striking distance.
A little bit quicker this time on the hard length, Abrar. Super Asia, Pakistan's leading home appliances brand. Plenty of stuff for you to choose, from washing machine to geysers.
Therefore, Sri Lanka should judge by only on this pitch and in relation to today how much they need. Not be intimidated by the strength of Pakistan.
Pakistan in the meantime will have to feel properly here, because if wickets don't fall, then you've got to create pressure through good fielding. How's he feeling? Cold? Other than that, yeah, he's focused. 180, I think Russell will be a lot of runs for a final game. I think he's in. Full leg dive. Salman Mirza, the fielder with a throw. And I don't think there's going to be any drama, even though the umpire has signalled.
TV umpire to director. We have a review for run out at the wicketkeeper end. Can I have a sudden angle, please? Bat grounded before the bails off. Satisfied? This is
7 overs, 60 for 1, Sri Lanka looking good.
कैविटी है क्या? मैं स्कूल कैसे जाऊंगा?
तुम ना एक्टिंग स्कूल जाओ
कोलगेट दे पूरे 24 घंटे तक कैविटी से हिफाजत
तो कैविटी का कोई चांस ही नहीं।
नया लाइफ पॉइंट नेचुरली सिल्की शैम्पू मेथी दाना और कलौंजी के साथ जो बालों को बनाए सिल्की और मजबूत। मेथी दाना और कलौंजी का कमाल, नो मोर उलझे बाल।
कृपा है तो पाकिस्तानियत है इन स्टोर ऑनलाइन एनीटीएम हर जगह चले बेबाक
आज ही अपने बैंक से करना है
Pakistan. Oh, gets it to spin. Outside edge. Should he be given a slip? I don't know. He's not sure. Attacking option is there. Kind of a filler, oblique, at times wicket taking option. But that one gripped and spun.
Hold slow through the air too. He's brought into the attack and not Mohammad Nawaz because at this stage, Pakistan feel it's the left-hander, Mishara, who's more of a threat at this particular point.
I don't know whether the modern day batsmen feel that there's the calming game as well in T20 cricket, because they seem to be dead set in hitting the ball, irrespective of whether the ball is gripping or not.
Ramesh, you mentioned Hesson, Mike Hesson, the Pakistan coach, feeling cold. Isn't he from Dunedin, the coldest place down there?
He is, but he's not been home now for good 3-4 weeks. So the temperatures can absolutely drop down to less than 10 in a matter of hour or so. I mean 8, 9, 10 p.m. and you feel that there's chill in the air. That one kept low, by the way.
The rugby ground down in Dunedin is known as the House of Pain. Because of the cold, teams come and struggle in the cold.
Well played in the end. Oh, that's a wide one. Quicker ball from Saim Ayub, looking for the other spin also. 100% confidence with Denver free here. Hello here.
Well, here you go. The temperature in summer in Dunedin at the moment is 11 degrees. And we're going to be having 8 degrees here later this evening.
When you see a New Zealander wearing jumpers and all, you feel that there's something wrong. Either it's -6 or that he's not feeling too well. Nicely played. Bend low to collar that one.
He's been missing the bounce quite a bit. Kusal Mendes kept low from Abrar the other day. Here one kept low. Hence, that extra effort to try and counter that bounce that might happen or not happen.
There's some who've got muscles that don't feel the cold. Only a single. 8 done, 68 for 1.
Try Trianglo by Goofy. अब बैंक अकाउंट खोलने ब्रांच जाने की जरूरत नहीं, बस अभी अस्करी डिजिटल अकाउंट ओपनिंग ऐप डाउनलोड करो और फौरन अकाउंट खोलो, कहीं से भी और कभी भी। इनको पुराने तरीकों से ऑर्डर करने दे। मोर देन 2 लाख ग्रोसरी आइटम्स के साथ आपका ऑर्डर फूड पैंडा संभाल लेगा।
सोने जैसा ग्लो और आज भी वही ग्लो सिर्फ मिलता है विद पार्ले गोल्ड ग्लीम ब्यूटी फेस वॉश से। सोने जैसी स्किन विद पार्ले गोल्ड ग्लीम।
Slower in pace, that was well bowled. Run rate has dropped down from 9.33 to 8.16. Yeah, we're talking about this film now. Neelafar, it's been released on 28th. In a partnership between Fawad Khan and Mahira Khan, famous actress. Oh, that's gone. That's smack out of the middle of the bat for 6. First boundary in 6 overs, and it was a smack.
50-run partnership. What a hit. A little bit of pressure was building, but he picked that length really quickly. It was bowled faster. And Kamil Mishara, geez, he is showing that he is a quality player.
And normally you need a little bit of bounce to hit sixes, but that was extremely low bounce and helped himself to a fantastic six. So first boundary in 3 overs, not 6. And some wider angles been guided by the umpire. In the meantime, Mishara on 44.
Going along nicely. Slowed down for a bit.
Shot partly stopped at cover for a single. And feel that there's rhythm and flow in this partnership. 56 of 38, this partnership. And Pakistan clearly in need of some strikes there.
Mishara might be scoring quickly, but Kusal Mendis is playing a vital role in supporting the partnership, making sure the singles come through and letting his junior player really flourish. There you go, another single. Just keep milking it around, keeping it going.
Batting very sensibly, Mendes. No need for heroics because Mishara has got this under control. 4 sixes and 2 boundaries in Mishara's innings so far.
And if someone's striking it well, the partner should have the presence of mind to give him more of the strike so that he doesn't lose his rhythm.
Well, that's scooped up in the air and safe. Once again, extra bit of bounce, so you've got to really be careful. I think the lack of bounce, or at times a bounce like this, will challenge you. 78 for 1.
कॉफी ओट मिल्क अपना स्नैक इंप्रूव करो। अरे सुनो, प्राइड तो सब राइट कर दिया ना?
खाना बनाओ मैजिकल कोका कोला मैजिकल ऑफर के साथ हर डेढ़ लीटर पर जीतो 350 ml बॉटल फ्री। QR कोड स्कैन करो और इंस्ट्रक्शंस फॉलो करो तो ले आओ 1.5 लीटर बॉटल और जीतो लाखों 350 ml बॉटल्स बिल्कुल फ्री।
Nice beginning from Sri Lanka. Oh, that's impossible to play, really. Sharp turn at pace. 81.3 kilometers per hour. And have a look at this one.
Probably good for Mishara. It turned. If not, it probably would have crashed into the stumps.
I went back instead of playing forward, but still was a fantastic delivery. This one, a straighter one from Saim Ayub. So a couple of very good deliveries to start his over.
More importantly, he's given the batter a lot to think of by showing that he can turn the ball.
I'm sure it must have hit one of the cracks. There are plenty of cracks, about 1,000 cracks on this surface. Just a little pause as he was advancing down the pitch. This is good batting from Mishara. Sensible batting. Almost figure-free batting. 47 of 35. Download the app and get the insurance you need on your fingertips.
Well, Mendy's got to take control because it's harder for the left-hander with the way the ball's turning. But how about that from Saim Ayub? It goes the other way. The leg cutter. Really clever.
Yeah, I think they've got this covered quite nicely, Sri Lanka. Don't need to panic. And if they have a couple of quiet moments in this over, so be it. 79 for 1 after 10, say, is a good score. But I think it'll progressively become a difficult pitch to bat on.
One more ball in the over, then it'll be drinks. Take a breather, reassess, make a plan, then you go from there.
Shot goes straight to the fielder. He's looked very, very special, Mishara. On 48, his partner is on 14, 81 for 1 after 10. and it's time for drinks.
तो हो जाए सोनी धरती के नाम टपाल दानेदार का एक और कप तो हो जाए सोनी धरती के नाम टपाल दानेदार का एक और कप
हैंडसम ग्लो चाहिए तो यूज कर विंसे 3x हैंडसम जिसका ट्रिपल एक्शन फॉर्मूला दे लॉन्ग लास्टिंग ग्लो विंसे 3x हैंडसम एक्सक्लूसिवली हिज
खुर्शीद फैन जदीद तरीन BLSS मोटर और इसकी क्रूल मोस टेक्नोलॉजी की बदौलत ये बना 30 वोल्ट पर सबसे ज्यादा हवा देने वाला पंखा। खुर्शीद फैन क्वालिटी की लगन।
कैविटी है क्या? मैं स्कूल क्यों जाऊंगा?
तुम ना एक्टिंग स्कूल जाओ। हर माँ जानती है कि कोलगेट मैक्सिमम कैविटी प्रोटेक्शन दे पूरे 24 घंटे तक कैविटी से हिफाजत है।
तो शॉपिंग बेशुमार है
स्टोर ऑनलाइन एनीटीएम हर जगह चले फायदे पे फायदा दे। आज ही अपने बैंक से करना।
Wear your attitude. Darren Sammy by Asghar Ali.
अब बैंक अकाउंट खोलने ब्रांच जाने की जरूरत नहीं। बस अभी अस्करी डिजिटल अकाउंट ओपनिंग ऐप डाउनलोड करो और फौरन अकाउंट खोलो कहीं से भी और कभी भी।
कॉफी ओट मिल्क अपना स्नैक इंप्रूव करो।
तो शॉपिंग बेशुमार है स्टोर ऑनलाइन एनीटीएम हर जगह चले फायदे पे फायदा दे। आज ही अपने बैंक से करना।
अरे सुनो प्रैक्टिस ऑलराइट कर दिया
तो हो जाए सोनी धरती के नाम टपाल दानेदार का एक और कप
खुर्शीद फैन जदीद तरीन BLSS मोटर और इसकी क्रूल मोस टेक्नोलॉजी की बदौलत ये बना 30 वोल्ट पर सबसे ज्यादा हवा देने वाला पंखा। खुर्शीद फैन क्वालिटी की लगन।
हैंडसम ग्लो चाहिए तो यूज कर विंसे 3x हैंडसम जिसका ट्रिपल एक्शन फॉर्मूला दे लॉन्ग लास्टिंग ग्लो विंसे 3x हैंडसम एक्सक्लूसिवली हिज।
इनको पुराने तरीकों से ऑर्डर करने दे मोर देन 2 लाख ग्रोसरी आइटम्स के साथ आपका ऑर्डर फूड पैंडा सामान देगा।
Sri Lanka at the 10 over mark, 81 for 1. Mishara looking good once again. Got the boundary on 6 occasions and 4 of those have flown away. 4 big hits, accessing all parts of the ground. He's a wonderful player to watch. Got a class and timing, and also pack a real punch. More importantly for Sri Lanka, continues off. Match-winning 72 from a couple of days ago. Very good, strong square off the field, including when he was presenting the vertical bat face to hit down the ground. First 10 overs, Sri Lanka will be very happy. 81 for 1. Mohammad Nawaz for the first time with the ball in the final. Lovely touch. Very good timing as well, and a couple of runs will ensure Kamil Mishara brings up another milestone. Back-to-back half centuries in the T20 format, and the third one in his career so far. It's been a treat to watch.
Pressure runs appreciated by his teammates and the whole change room. Nicely manipulated and placed. Coach happy. Mishara happy. All of Sri Lanka happy.
Just not enough. Timing not there, and luckily for Mishara, was in front of Babar Azam there.
I wonder if this just bounces on him. Perhaps not quite short enough, and in trying to make the shot, hits really high on the blade, hits the stickers. So they're going to go squarer with that, wide of that mid-on to get it away for 4 in that region.
Straight to the man, yes! Brilliant take by Babar Azam, keeping it in the field of play. A much important wicket. Pakistan have to.
The break does it. How disappointing that will be for Kusal Mendes. Uses his feet and decides he's going to take on the long off-fielder. Doesn't really get to it, and so in the end can't quite get under and hit it. He's gone for 14. Sri Lanka 84 for 2.
राबिया का बेस्ट फ्रेंड, उसका कैमरा।
वाह!
और कितना खींचोगी?
अम्मी, दुनिया को पाकिस्तान की अलग तस्वीर दिखानी है, उसकी खूबसूरती की। जब तक दिखाऊंगी नहीं, रुकूंगी नहीं।
मैं इसके ख्वाबों के बीच किसी को नहीं आने दूंगी, जरासीम को भी नहीं। इसीलिए लाइफ बॉय।
बड़े ख्वाबों को दे लाइफ बॉय की बड़ी हिफाजत, जो दे जरासीम से 100% यकीनी हिफाजत।
अम्मी, मेरी पाकिस्तान की तस्वीर जीत गई। कैविटी है क्या? मैं स्कूल कैसे जाऊंगा?
तुम ना एक्टिंग स्कूल जाओ। हर माँ जानती है कि कोलगेट मैक्सिमम कैविटी प्रोटेक्शन दे पूरे 24 घंटे तक कैविटी से हिफाजत
है तो ऐड टू कार्ट है। इन स्टोर, ऑनलाइन, एनीटीएम, हर जगह चले, फायदे पे फायदा दे। बैंक आज ही अपने बैंक से डरना।
इनको पुराने तरीकों से ऑर्डर करने दें। मोर देन 2 लाख ग्रोसरी आइटम्स के साथ आपका ऑर्डर फूड पैंडा संभाल लेगा।
So they'd rather go with the left-right combination.
Brilliant, and almost had him. Mohammad Nawaz is very good with the ball. Did he manage to drag Ratnaik around? Has Usman shelled this?
Yeah, missed opportunity. Could have been gone, should have been gone first ball.
Salman Ali Agha and company applying the pressure. Slip in for the new batter. The first one just drags him out. He's been brilliant with the wall. And Mohammad Nawaz now becomes the highest wicket taker in the series with 8.
No boundaries for Kusal Mendes. Their partnership was good though, and so in an assessment of self, he'd have felt he needed to do more. But as a partnership, they're going really well at controlling the game, putting pressure on the bowling. Didn't need that loss of a wicket, needed it to continue some more.
Mohammad Nawaz with a strike in his very first over. 11 done, Sri Lanka 86 for 2.
नया लाइफ बॉय नेचुरली सिल्की शैम्पू, मेथी दाना और कलौंजी के साथ, जो बालों को बनाए सिल्की और मजबूत। मेथी दाना और कलौंजी का कमाल, नो मोर उलझे बाल।
अब बैंक अकाउंट खोलने ब्रांच जाने की जरूरत नहीं, बस अभी अस्करी डिजिटल अकाउंट ओपनिंग ऐप डाउनलोड करो और फौरन अकाउंट खोलो, कहीं से भी और कभी भी।
Beauty cream, Parle 24K Gold Green, Beauty cream.
हैंडसम बदलना, हैंडसम ग्लो चाहिए तो यूज कर विन से GX हैंडसम, जिसका ट्रिपल एक्शन फॉर्मूला दे।
Had to run hard, a bit of a favored throw. Good running from Mishara. Quality of his batting and in innings in the previous game, which was a couple of days ago. That awkward favorite throw. Hopefully, hasn't done too much damage for Usman on that forearm.
He slips at the other end, Mishara, and still manages to get back. You watch him here. Down and up and back again. And the throw's wayward, so he's all right in the end. And it's Usman who kind of has to look away as Mishara tries to ground his bat in case it comes off that. So important for this partnership for Sri Lanka to get going straight away. And the running between the wickets will help things. It's good to have him in the side, Mayub, and when he's in form, primary job with bat, but he also turns it a great deal. Certainly has been getting more turn here than the other spinners. 8.8, there's a lot down the corner.
Round the corner, tucked away this one as well. The clean-up job from the fielder, deep backward square, Sahibzada Farhan. It's Inbrex EV. Pakistan's smartest hatchback EV, the Inbrex Zeo. Charge fast and drive smart. Talk about the degree of turn. Saim leaps and bounds ahead of everyone else. It's also because he bowls much slower through the air. Normally it's the lower 80s. The average speed is over around the 83 kilometers per hour mark. The natural variations, the cracks that you and Ramiz have alluded to on both surfaces that we've played also allow for that ball to just hold and grip a little bit more. The slower it is, more revs on the ball. Three fielders manning the boundary on the leg side for Mishara. Well done, 92 for 2.
सिंपल ना हैंडसम ग्लो चाहिए तो यूज कर विंसे 3x हैंडसम जिसका ट्रिपल एक्शन फॉर्मूला दे लॉन्ग लास्टिंग ग्लो विंसे 3x हैंडसम एक्सक्लूसिवली हिज खाना बनाओ मैजिकल कोका कोला मैजिकल ऑफर के साथ हर 1.5 लीटर बॉटल पर जीतो 350 ml बॉटल फ्री क्यूआर कोड स्कैन करो और इंस्ट्रक्शंस फॉलो करो तो ले आओ 1.5 लीटर बॉटल और जीतो लाखों 350 ml बॉटल्स बिल्कुल फ्री।
खुर्शीद फैन जदीद तरीन BLSS मोटर और इसकी कूल नोज टेक्नोलॉजी की बदौलत इसे बना 34 पर सबसे ज्यादा हवा देने वाला पंखा। खुर्शीद फैन, क्वालिटी की लगन।
6 runs and over throughout. Start of the power play, only the 1-6, the only boundary from Mishara. So the boundaries out of the power play have dried up. It's a bit of concern in terms of, Russell Arnold mentioned it a couple of times, how Sri Lanka have battled the spin in the middle phase. Tommy, you mentioned the Kusal Mendes Mishara partnership. In spite of the boundaries drying up, was still going quick. 64 of 49, that partnership. So the 1s and 2s were doing the trick. Disappointed again, very slow through the air. He's almost thrown the kitchen sink at this Mishara. Justin maybe had to hit. Fans once again in numbers, and they keep flooding the Tapal Tea Lounge as well, enjoying Pakistan's finest. Ratnayakar really hasn't found his timing too. Nawaz could have been gone the very first delivery. Usman Khan couldn't quite collect the ball for that stumping opportunity. This is a good over now, just the 3 runs off it for the first 4.
First ball of Nike drawn out and nice shot there. You just get a sense that Mishara will feel they need to be doing more with Nawaz, and him particularly, even though he's in good bowling form, that matchup of left arm orthodox against the left-hander who is in is one that they'll look to try and exploit, and he'll feel he needs to do more.
At the moment, it is just the sixth from Nawaz's second. 98 for 2.
तो हो जाए सोनी धरती के नाम टपाल दानेदार का एक और कप।
अब बैंक अकाउंट खोलने ब्रांच जाने की जरूरत नहीं, बस अभी अस्करी डिजिटल अकाउंट ओपनिंग ऐप डाउनलोड करो और फौरन अकाउंट खोलो, कहीं से भी और कभी भी।
कैविटी है क्या? मैं स्कूल कैसे जाऊंगा?
तुम ना एक्टिंग स्कूल जाओ।
कोलगेट ने पूरे 24 घंटे तक कैविटी से हिफाजत।
तो कैविटी का कोई चांस ही नहीं।
हैंडसम बदलो ना, हैंडसम ग्लो चाहिए तो यूज कर विंसे 3x हैंडसम, जिसका ट्रिपल एक्शन फॉर्मूला दे लॉन्ग लास्टिंग ग्लो। विंसे 3x हैंडसम एक्सक्लूसिवली हिज। अब बैंक अकाउंट खोलने ब्रांच जाने की जरूरत नहीं, बस अभी अस्करी डिजिटल अकाउंट ओपनिंग ऐप डाउनलोड करो और फौरन अकाउंट खोलो, कहीं से भी और कभी भी। इनको पुराने तरीकों से ऑर्डर करने दे। मोर देन 2 लाख ग्रोसरी आइटम्स के साथ आपका ऑर्डर फूड पैदा सामान देगा।
Straight down the ground, but it's all vertical. Can the fielder get this? Yes! Tremendous effort by Babar Azam. He has taken a blinder. And an important one to dismiss Kamil Mishara.
The left-hand, right-hand combination is so right-hander deals with off-spinner, left-hander deals with left-arm orthodox. Saeem is able, though, to take it away from the lefty and also away from the right-hander. Decides he's going to use his feet, doesn't quite get to it. Babar certainly gets to that. It's a tough catch, and with the pressure having been built, was important to take that catch. And it's the in-batter, Mishara, who's gone for 59. It's 98 for 3.
अरे सुनो, प्रैक्टिस और राइट कर देना।
है तो पाकिस्तानियत है। इन स्टोर, ऑनलाइन, एनीटीएम, हर जगह चले। बेबाक।
आज ही अपने बैंक से बनना खुर्शीद फैन जदीद तरीन BLSS मोटर और इसकी ट्रू नोज टेक्नोलॉजी की बदौलत ये बना 34 पर सबसे ज्यादा हवा देने वाला पंखा। खुर्शीद फैन, क्वालिटी की लगन।
कॉफी ओट मिल्क, अपना स्नैक इंप्रूव करो।
नया लाइफ बॉय नेचुरली सिल्की शैम्पू, मेथी दाना।
What a delivery! Sharp turn from Saim Ayub. Oh wow.
No, it's not going to be out. It turned too much. It's round the corner again. The skipper's gone upstairs. Says you gotta. I bowled it so well, you have to go upstairs.
TVM 5-2 director, we have a review for LBW on field series. Not out. I have checked the field. It's a fair delivery. Let's start with the front on, please. Ball is close to the bat. Let's confirm with the ultra edge, please. Waiting for the ultra edge, guys. Gap between bat and ball. Keep rolling, roll it through the pad. Satisfied, no bat in ball. You can move on to ball tracking when it's ready. Please. Original decision not out. Pitching in line, impact in line. Wickets missing. Asset, you can stay with your original decision. Stand by. You are staying now.
Got a smile because he got it right. Going over the top. That's exactly what Saim was asking Usman. Tell me if it's going higher. I will convince the captain.
That has turned round the corner. For those of you who love physics, physics is in everything, by the way. Round the wicket, the angle of that ball going kind of down that leg side from release and nearly pitching outside leg. Aruj could have fitted between the gap between ball and bat. That's how much he missed it by.
Yep, meaning there was a gap. Not a tiny one in the physics of the cricket. Now you also see for me when the ball lands, there's just a puff of dust, a bit of the pitch that just disintegrates. Small piece of the dirt that just flies when the ball.
What you want to look at as well when he releases it is how wide he is on the crease. Got something on it, fortunately. Yeah, tough going against Saeem, who's got it on a string. Good control of length, good control of line. He revs on the ball as well. And
this is top stuff from Pakistan. Applying that in that middle. Together between Saim and Mohammad Nawaz, both picking up a wicket apiece, and Swin was the last to fall. Brilliant judge of where the ball would end up from Babar Azam, running in from long on. This is top stuff. Absolutely magical stuff from Saim Ayub. 14 done, 100 for 3.
good.
नया लाइफ बॉय नेचुरली सिल्की शैम्पू मेथी दाना और कलौंजी के साथ जो बालों को बनाए सिल्की और मजबूत। मेथी दाना और कलौंजी का कमाल, नो मोर उलझे बाल।
इनको पुराने तरीकों से ऑर्डर करने दें। मोर देन 2 लाख ग्रोसरी आइटम्स के साथ आपका ऑर्डर फुल पैदा सामान देगा।
तो हो जाए सोनी धरती के नाम टपाल दानेदार का एक और कप।
कैविटी है क्या? मैं स्कूल कैसे जाऊंगा?
तुम ना एक्टिंग स्कूल जाओ। हर माँ जानती है कि कोलगेट मैक्सिमम कैविटी प्रोटेक्शन दे पूरे 24 घंटे तक कैविटी से हिफाजत।
Yeah, what Kamil Mishara's wicket has now done is had 2 new batters at the crease. They've allowed Saim to bowl 4 overs, 17 for 1, and they still have 4 more overs, 2 from Abrar and 2 from Nawaz.
Yeah, so the trap is in the calculation. The question always that batters will ask themselves whilst they're out there is, are we doing enough? Enough to be winning the game? And should they feel that they aren't, then they try and do something more. Try and change things, change the flow of the game. But sometimes there can be a miscalculation because the information you go on might be because of what has happened with the seamers rather than with the spinners. And in that miscalculation, you just open the door for your opposition. The start that Sri Lanka had here was a good start.
There was 28 deliveries since the last boundary came about when Kamil Mishara got out. Now it's up to 6 overs, 36 deliveries, and this should be another. Keeper settles, keeper takes it. This is now becoming all too easy for Pakistan, and the spinners are having their say. Abrar has one.
Abrar's been tight. And needs to be. Because he's got to build on the work done by Nawaz and Saeem. And he reaps the rewards. Pereira gone for just one. Sri Lanka sliding. It's 103 for 4.
बैंक अकाउंट खोलने ब्रांच जाने की जरूरत नहीं, बस अभी अस्करी डिजिटल अकाउंट ओपनिंग ऐप डाउनलोड करो और फौरन अकाउंट खोलो, कहीं से भी और कभी भी।
सिंपल ना, हैंडसम ग्लो चाहिए तो यूज कर विंसे 3x हैंडसम, जिसका ट्रिपल एक्शन फॉर्मूला दे लॉन्ग लास्टिंग ग्लो। विंसे 3x हैंडसम एक्सक्लूसिवली हिट्स।
इनको पुराने तरीकों से ऑर्डर करने दें। मोर देन 2 लाख ग्रोसरी आइटम्स के साथ आपका ऑर्डर फूड पैंडा संभाल लेगा।
Parle Ayurvedic Cream Bleach में मौजूद natural ingredients. Parle
And skips down the track. Abrar is bleeding. Too far down, maybe an inside edge as well. Now Sri Lanka have managed to find themselves in the position they were in at 84 for 1. 4 for 4. Captain not interested. Sliding down with the angle. Does that have the distance? I don't think so. Another one bites the dust. And it's another one that Babar Azam has pouched. He has been phenomenal patrolling the fence tonight. And Abrar has 2. And 4 for 5.
Oh dear. Sri Lanka asked the question by the spinners and so far have had no response. Not able to work them around, and in the quest to hit them for boundaries, have popped the ball up in the air. The catching's been good. 3 for Baba, 8 for Ratnayaka. Sri Lanka 5 down for 104.
कैविटी है क्या? मैं स्कूल कैसे जाऊंगा?
तुम ना एक्टिंग स्कूल जाओ।
कोलगेट ने पूरे 24 घंटे तक कैविटी से हिफाजत।
तो कैविटी का कोई चांस ही नहीं।
Parle Ayurvedic Cream Bleach में मौजूद natural ingredients. Parle Ayurvedic Cream Bleach 50 रुपए की प्राइस में। अब आम क्रीम ब्लीच क्यों?
तो शॉपिंग बेशुमार है। स्टोर, ऑनलाइन, एनीटीएम, हर जगह चले, फायदे पे फायदा दे। बैंक आज ही अपने बैंक से डरवाएं।
तो हो जाए सोनी धरती के नाम टपाल दानेदार का एक और कप।
खाना बना।
Sri Lanka's innings going the wrong way. Since the power play, they've just got 49 runs in 9.1 overs. Have lost 4 wickets, so not even run a ball.
Yeah, that's not surprising. But this is the phase that our focus has always been on, because Sri Lanka have struggled against Spain. In the game against Pakistan a couple of days ago, they scored 79 in that phase. That's 8 plus. That gives you that foundation. Today, power play, they got a similar score back. With the spinners bowling it slower. Yes, this pitch is a little harder. The ball's gripping and turning. But 4 for 48 in that 9-over period is a problem. It's a problem that has existed. 5 after the power play. Johnny clean again this time. Bottom edge. Ball doesn't bounce. Jeez. Sri Lanka crumbling.
The innings in complete free fall. Mohammad Nawaz slightly quicker, but it just skids on, stays a little bit low. The inside edge onto the stumps. Pakistan powering through. Sri Lanka have stumbled big time. Yanagi out without scoring 105 for 6.
नया लाइफ पॉइंट नेचुरली सिल्की शैम्पू मेथी दाना और कलौजी के साथ जो बालों को बनाए सिल्की और मजबूत। मेथी दाना और कलौजी का कमाल, नो मोर उलझे बाल।
खाना बनाओ मैजिकल कोका कोला मैजिकल ऑफर के साथ। हर 1.5 लीटर बॉटल पर जीतो 350 ml बॉटल फ्री। QR कोड स्कैन करो और इंस्ट्रक्शंस फॉलो करो तो ले आओ 1.5 लीटर बॉटल्स और जीतो लाखों 350 ml बॉटल्स बिल्कुल फ्री।
खुर्शीद फैन जदीद तरीन BLSS मोटर और इसकी ट्रू नोज टेक्नोलॉजी की बदौलत ये बना 30 वोल्ट पर सबसे ज्यादा हवा देने वाला पंखा। खुर्शीद फैन, क्वालिटी की लगन।
Oh, get speed. Beautiful delivery. Drift in, bounce and turn.
When you receive a ball like that first up, your mind gets muddled. The angle, turn, bounce. Yes, Hasaranga would say, I have to bowl on this. You've got to remember, you need runs. You need more than this, a lot more, so you can try and put pressure on the opposition. Dropped. Salman Ali Agha.
Chances coming. Yes, the spinners are almost unplayable. Backs away, tries to just dab it away. There is that slip in place. It's gone straight to him, but it's gone quickly.
And it's hard as well, isn't it? He's taken it off the stump, so that would mean Salman Ali Agha to a certain extent blocked by the keeper. And he sees it sudden, he sees it late.
Nawaz with a successful over. 16 gone, 106 for 6.
अरे सुनो, ट्रैक तो सब राइट कर दिया ना?
जाए सोनी धरती के नाम टपाल दानेदार का एक और का।
पेपर है तो ऐड टू कार्ड है। इन स्टोर, ऑनलाइन एंड ATM हर जगह चले, फायदे पे फायदा दे। बैंक आज ही अपने बैंक से दबाएं।
Rocked Sri Lanka. Now brought into his final over.
5 for 47 against the spin.
Now, Big Hotel, there's always a moment. Mobile selfie moment, Big Hotel. She sort of hit a wall as this batting unit since the spinners have operated.
Yeah, 7 to 15 in last two games. 48 for 4 today. 79 for 2. Again, they went on to score 184. 81 for 1 at the drinks break. Kusal Mendis was dismissed 3 balls after 6.3 overs. That's 39 balls. 5 wickets have fallen for 25.
Swing and a miss. Still not going anywhere.
Feeling the cold or feeling the heat. It's just fallen apart after the drinks break for Sri Lanka.
And that's all that Sri Lanka can do. There's been plenty of turn on offer, but have been able to counter it at all.
Look, just 19 balls remaining. At least somehow they need to get themselves to 135 at least. And hope the ball turns when they come out to bowl as well. 107 for 6 after 17.
तुम ना एक्टिंग स्कूल जाओ।
हर माँ जानती है कि कोलगेट मैक्सिमम कैविटी प्रोटेक्शन दे पूरे 24 घंटे तक कैविटी से हिफाजत।
हैंडसम ग्लो चाहिए तो यूज कर विंसे 3x हैंडसम, जिसका ट्रिपल एक्शन फॉर्मूला दे लॉन्ग लास्टिंग ग्लो। विंसे 3x हैंडसम, एक्सक्लूसिवली हिज।
जाए सोनी धरती के नाम टपाल दानेदार का एक और कप।
सोने जैसा ग्लो और आज भी वही ग्लो सिर्फ मिलता है विद पार्ले गोल्ड ग्लीम ब्यूटी फेस वॉश से। सोने जैसी स्किन विद पार्ले गोल्ड ग्लीम ब्यूटी फेस वॉश।
Still, and they're able to take wickets, pick up wickets to spinners. Nawaz again for his final over. Always smooth cups of tea in the Tapal Tea Lounge. Pakistan's #1 tea brand. And 2 overs after this. And you'd think there'd be pace on in those 2 overs, but when do you really think, yeah, 109 for 6, what kind of total do you want now?
Anything really. Pakistan, the series, their pace, not many wickets. Number of overs, it's been pretty equal. But look at the average, the spinners and economy. They really have dominated proceedings.
And I just feel as if Hasaranga and Chanaka decided, well, maybe this is the last over of slow bowling, so just get through this.
And another thing, Baz, that happens when spinners are bowling and doing well, short run up, they get through the overs quickly. As a batter, suddenly you look up at the scoreboard and the overs have disappeared as well. Very, very difficult to manage it mentally.
Get a couple of runs through the offside. And Pakistan won the toss, decided to bowl first, and the power play went Sri Lanka's way. And you thought maybe this could be a high-scoring game, but suddenly the ball started to spin, especially Saim Ayub really got it to turn. And he gets another one, does Nawaz. Off stump, uprooted.
The change of pace has been brilliant. They've really played around with it, the lengths. 56 balls since the last boundary for Sri Lanka. That's almost 10 overs. Had to do something, Hasaranga. Had to break free. The overs, the deliveries remaining, disappearing very fast. But Pakistan celebrate as Sri Lanka's wickets keep disappearing even faster. Hasaranga gone for 5, 111 for 7.
इनको पुराने तरीकों से ऑर्डर करने दें। मोर देन 2 लाख ग्रोसरी आइटम्स के साथ आपका ऑर्डर फूड पैदा सामान देगा।
Six wickets to the spinners. Last delivery of Mohammad Nawaz's spell. Shamira on strike. Turns it away. A fantastic spell yet again. Mohammad Nawaz, 4 overs, 3 for 17. Sri Lanka, 111 for 7.
जाए सोनी धरती के नाम टपाल दानेदार का एक और कप।
हैंडसम ग्लो चाहिए तो यूज कर विंसे 3x हैंडसम जिसका ट्रिपल एक्शन फॉर्मूला दे लॉन्ग लास्टिंग ग्लो विंसे 3x हैंडसम एक्सक्लूसिवली हिज
That was Pavan Ratnaik. Johnny Clean again played on and Hasaranga trying to hit him out of the ground. They got an opportunity, Pakistan. They toyed. There's Jayasuriya. What he's saying there is 2 balls of the spinners remaining who have been an absolute threat. See that off and then maybe the seamers will be easier.
Slow one in the air and taken. Fakhar Zaman with a diving catch. The crowd erupts.
And rightly so. Pakistan have been absolutely brilliant. That's when Shanaka hangs around to see if that catch was taken cleanly. But he's going to be disappointed because Pakistan, Shaheen Shah Afridi starting.
Director, we have a review for the fair catch. I have checked the feet, it's a fair delivery. Can I have your first angle for this, please? Catch taken above. Just want to see when he dives that his hand. Can you give me the other angle, please? Please, if you have any other angle. Yeah, it's nice and slow now. Keep going. Okay. Roll it back, please. Now roll forward. Frame by frame. Just stop it here. 1 frame back, please. Because I can see the ball is touching to the floor. Satisfied? The scene for the big screen is.
I thought it was well held by Fakhar Zaman who got a grab of it. But when he lands, the ball rubs against the ground. He's got a grip on it. I do agree with what he's saying. But the interpretation is that the ball was on the ground when he lands and slides through. We've seen that being given not out before in instances like this.
They're absolutely furious, says Fakhar Zaman. He plucked that away, the diving catch. It's been deemed illegal. That slide after has been deemed that the ball touched the ground. Fakhar Zaman's having nothing of it.
Brilliant effort though, look at him dive, running backwards. But when he lands, that palm is facing downwards. There you go. That is interpreted as ball on the ground, even though he's got a good grab of it.
Plays off and doesn't matter. Shaheen Shah Afridi celebrates even more. There you go, Fakhar Zaman will jump in joy.
Oh, they're just appealing for it. 2 slow balls. Tasun Shanaka misses the next as well, trying to give himself room. Jeez, how this innings has turned. It's turned on its head. 27 runs. Sri Lanka have lost 7 wickets. Sri Lanka's captain, 2 of 7 for him. Big trouble now for the Sri Lankans, 111 for 8.
कैविटी है क्या? मैं स्कूल कैसे जाऊंगा?
तुम ना एक्टिंग स्कूल जाओ। कोलगेट ने पूरे 24 घंटे तक कैविटी से हिफाजत।
तो कैविटी का कोई चांस ही नहीं।
Quick delivery onto the pads. Sri Lanka have lost 6 for 13. The slow one again hits the stumps. Basically, it's just been about turn. 6 wickets for the spinners. Shaheen Shah Afridi, both wickets of slow ones. Yeah. Now the appeal to the TV umpire.
He said, how's that? And he said, how's that, right?
And carry on. 112 for 8. Onto the pads. We'll scamper across. Pakistan want to clean this innings up. And it is Super Saf premium detergent powder. Cleans like a dream.
Super stuff though from Pakistan. They're cleaning up Sri Lanka's batting.
Tries the little trap and another one. It's just nicked into the keeper. Shaheen Shah Afridi has 3 now.
Good option. Deekshana got bat on it. There was a woody noise. We heard it on the stump mic. Yeah, easy decision. No point hanging around for that. Another slow one, Baz. Deekshana 113 for 9.
A 113 for 9. Malinga walks in. Down the leg side or wide. This has been a collapse off note. Super Asia, Pakistan's leading home appliances brand, automatic washing machine, magic of one touch. We've seen some collapses in this tri-series, but this really takes the cake in the final. A dot, no, yeah, dot, yeah, in the end a dot. To end the 19th is 114 for 9.
इनको पुराने तरीकों से ऑर्डर करने दें मोर देन 2 लाख ग्रोसरी आइटम्स के साथ आपका ऑर्डर फूड पैंडा संभाल लेगा
Slow ones into the pace of spinners, and it all has resulted in Sri Lanka being 9 down. The final over. Salman Mirza around the wicket. Pace off and another one. Pakistan bowls Sri Lanka out. Salman Mirza on target with another slower delivery.
Tremendous comeback, because at the 10th over you'd have thought Sri Lanka well placed to go on and get themselves 170. But straight after the break, they got a wicket and they just haven't looked back. 9 wickets have fallen for 30 runs. 8 for 16. It's just not a good read. Dushmanta Chamira, the last man, dismissed for not series, I'm sure they wouldn't be able to believe it either, how well they control the Sri Lankan innings and have only 115 to chase to win the tri-series, Pakistan.
It's been fabulous. Mike Hassan still shaking his head. The discussion about that Fakhar Zaman catch, but he'll be very happy with the way that Pakistan have performed on the field. Shaheen Shah Afridi with a few slow ones. And the spinners. It was after the power play where the game just turned on its head. Sri Lanka had no answers to the spinners and the pace-off.
Started off really well. Pathum Nissanka went for 7, but Kamil Mishara built a good partnership with Kusal Mendis, even though he was slightly slow. It was perfect. But the moment he was dismissed, things happened very quickly. 64 for the second wicket on 49. Sri Lanka were bossing it at that stage.
Yeah, 64 and nothing after that. It was just a free fall. Shaheen Shah Afridi, 3 wickets. Salman Mirza finished the game off, but it was Abrar, Saim and Nawaz who really put the brakes on, and 2 wickets that fell so quickly. Sri Lanka had no answers. Now we can join Sikandar Bakht, who has Mohammad Nawaz with him.
All right, so 114 all out inside 20 overs, and the last 9.1 overs just been spinners all the way. Got Mohammad Nawaz alongside me. Nawaz, what do you make of this? The last 9.1 overs, the way Sri Lanka has approached spin, and it's given you an opportunity as a spinner to just break through.
Yeah, I think when San started bowling against left-handed and it was spinning a lot, it was gripping and spinning. So that's where captain decided I must come in the game. There was left-handed as well, but still I think I was just focusing on the try to turn the ball and land in the good area.
You feel that the same pitch day before yesterday is reacting the same way to spinners, or there has been a little different kind of a surface for you?
I think it's a little bit different. It's more helpful for the spinner in this game, and I think we did restrict them very well. We have to just play according to the plan and just dominate the game.
I was just talking about the score. Of course, you'd be very, very happy with 114, but still you feel that, you've got to have a good start.
Yes, we need a good start because the pitch behavior is a little bit not usually the way Pindi pitch behave, but we have to be careful, and job is not done, and just play according to the plan and put them under pressure right from the start.
All right, Nawaz, well done with the ball, and good luck for the rest of the game.
Thank you.
Pakistan winning the toss and bowling first. They've been fabulous. Now we take a little break and then the chase. Pakistan need 115 to win this tri-series.
Goodness. Great shot.
गेम ऑन है। गेम ऑन है।
Well, this has been a bit of a disaster for Sri Lanka. They're off to a very good start, and then 8 wickets went down for just 16 runs. For them to only score 114, it was a tough pitch, a tough gig for middle and late middle order. But only if they could have batted a bit sensibly, a 130, 135 score could have been a real challenge. Who knows, even a 114 could challenge Pakistan on a surface that is gripping and spinning. 2 for Abrar, 3 for Nawaz, 1 for Mirza, Shaheen Shah Afridi, 3 for 18 in history. 6 wickets to spinners. It was a tremendous bowling performance after a very good start from the Sri Lankans. The ball was coming onto the bat quite nicely. The short balls, the full pitch deliveries were put away effortlessly. 56 runs in the power play. Batun then deceived by a slow ball, just like the other night. In the meantime, Mishara had a great time of it, hitting the ball crisply. And in various angles, this was pretty special. Straight 6. Then a slice over point. The length was picked up and picked off. Tremendous strike force and a couple of 50s on the bounce for the left-hander. And then the innings slowed down because of good fielding. This was straight away after the drinks break. And taking a lot of risks, they felt they had wickets in hand, not realizing that this pitch would have become so difficult. Babar Azam, in the meantime, was very good with his catching. 3 catches for him. And you've got to say that at times Sri Lankans were clueless, pretty aimless stuff from them. Just hell-bent on hitting the ball in the air. This became a symbolic effort in the end. Nawaz was once again superb. He bowls a straight line, gets the ball to spin at times, straighten. The catching generally was very good. This was a rare miss in the slips. Hasaranga, well, he plays so well at that number. The batsman deceived. You see Shaheen Shah Afridi all pumped up. So a very fine comeback by Pakistan. The first half belonging to Sri Lanka with the bat, the second half belonging to Pakistan with the ball. So this is the all-important final. What are they feeling? How are the vibes? What are they thinking? It's got to be blow after blow from ball number 1. Saim Ayub has got this habit of getting in and then getting out just when he's looking good. His partner has been batting superbly. 115 is a target of 120 balls. Should not be tough. Got to bat out the 20 overs and they'll be home and win this Tri-Nations. I've got Aruj Mumtaz here with me. Aruj, a disappointing end to the innings because they looked to be so much in control in the first end. but then they just didn't read the conditions properly and were, as I mentioned, just dead set on hitting the ball in the air and not worrying about getting out and losing the momentum. All that kind of stuff was tossed out of the window.
Yeah, absolutely. Good partnership at 84 for 1. In Sri Lanka, they probably thought that after the drinks break, whatever the discussion was, maybe 170, 180 wasn't the case. Especially with the Pakistan spinners, all three of them. Great numbers, great returns, 6 wickets in that power play, and Saim Ayub as well in that spell. So just felt that Sri Lanka lost their way in understanding what might be a good total given the opposition bowlers and the way the surface was playing. But now it's up to Teekshana and the crew in terms of a bowling contingent to emulate what Pakistan did. But more important, Ramiz, it'll have to be from ball 1.
Absolutely right. Spin straight away from Sri Lanka. The other part is the fielding bit. So got to hold on to your catches, make half chances into full. Just look a bit more electric in the field. Who wants it more? Who blinks first? Pakistan did a fabulous job with the ball. Can they finish off now with the bat? This new ball is not going to turn a mile, so good time for them to adjust and adapt. Teekshana will remain this, wicket to wicket. Off the mark. He slipped slightly, the throw is in, but he makes it quite comfortably in the end for that second one.
Pakistan up and running in terms of runs on the board. Sajjad Farhan, leading run scorer in the tournament, was overtaken momentarily by Kamil Mishra, but those couple of runs now put him in the lead. You talk about Teekshana, normally darts it in. It's when he's most effective, when he's just off that length. He's not a big turner of the ball, but because he can get the ball to go both ways, all you need is to marginally beat the bowler, the batter, in terms of either edge.
He's at his best when he's hitting the length. I think he becomes just a little bit mute and not razor sharp when he's under pitching or over pitching the ball. Oh, swerve. The curveball, the arm delivery or whatever, the seam delivery.
Yeah, intermingled terminologies from other sport. That's a curveball.
Baseball. Babar Azam under the helmet. Yeah, you should desist from playing across the line as a misfield. That's the last thing Sri Lanka need. They need to be up for it. 1 over, done for without a wicket.
तुम ना एक्टिंग स्कूल जाओ। कोलगेट ने पूरे 24 घंटे तक कैविटी से हिफाजत।
तो कैविटी का कोई चांस ही नहीं।
पेपाक है तो पाकिस्तानियत है। इन स्टोर, ऑनलाइन, एनीटीएम, हर जगह चले। पेपाक आज ही अपने बैंक से बनवाएं।
पार्ले आयुर्वेदिक क्रीम ब्लीच में मौजूद नेचुरल इंग्रेडिएंट्स। पार्ले आयुर्वेदिक क्रीम ब्लीच 50 रुपए की प्राइस में। अब आम क्रीम ब्लीच क्यों?
खुर्शीद फैन जदीद तरीन BLSS मोटर और इसकी ब्रू नोज टेक्नोलॉजी की बदौलत ये बना तकरीबन पर सबसे ज्यादा हवा में आना पड़ता है। खुर्शीद फैन क्वालिटी की लगन।
नया लाइफ बॉय नेचुरली सिल्की शैम्पू मेथी दाना और कलौंजी के साथ जो बालों को बनाए सिल्की और मजबूत। मेथी दाना और कलौंजी का कमाल, नो मोर उलझे बाल।
Nicely played away for a run. need to be safe and sound up front. Pakistan, just like Bengal Fla, 1100 plus branches. Open your current account from nearest branch to enjoy various free services and earn orbit rewards by maintaining or growing your balance. Chamira's got pace. Change of pace could seal the deal. Variations, the off cutters, the leg cutters, the variations need to work here for him. He's put it into the gap. His partner is just struggling a little bit to come back for that second. Sabzada Farhan will remain proactive.
And from Sri Lanka's point of view, I think the most potent bowler to pick up or end the power play is Chamira. He was phenomenal with the ball against Pakistan a couple of days ago. Bowled 2 overs in the power play and had 3 wickets for just the 3 runs. By far the best bowler for Sri Lanka this year in T20Is. Even in this series, was joint highest wicket taker prior to Nawaz's spell tonight with 7.
Oh, going over the stumps. That's the other thing you've got to cater to, the extra bit of bounce every now and then. And you've got to watch the ball ever so closely. Even when you played it, you need to know where it's gone. Hitting the pitch hard and single the stumps.
Bowled over the second over in that power play, couple of wickets, those of Saibzada Farhan and Babar Azam.
That's nice batting, good batting, just tapping the ball softly, and away he went for that quick single.
A couple of days ago, 3 important wickets. Started off with a slow one, just got a little bit big on that bounce for Saibzada Farhan. Second time in the series he's grabbed Babar Azam. The third one was Fakhar Zaman. These were all the wickets in the power play. Remember, Pakistan were 45 for 4 in that power play. Different story here tonight, not chasing too many.
Yeah, extra bit of bounce in life, and that you'll get if you're a Chamira. He's got speed, and he's pretty tall as well.
What side of the Farhan in a similar area in that previous game? Just outside the off stump, off that length, the slow one, the slow cutter into the surface. Saibzada Farhan could not get the elevation. Saibzada Farhan is a sort of batter that won't hold back. If it's in his arc, and he's a very predominant horizontal bat shot maker, that makes sense. Even if he's trying to hit down the ground or square the wicket, prefers to stay on that back foot.
That's the fielder at mid-wicket. 2 done, 7 without a wicket.
तो हो जाए सोनी धरती के नाम टपाल दानेदार का एक और कप।
इनको पुराने तरीकों से ऑर्डर करने दें। मोर देन 2 लाख ग्रोसरी आइटम्स के साथ आपका ऑर्डर फूड पैंडा सामान देगा।
हैंडसम ग्लो चाहिए तो यूज विंसे 3x हैंडसम, जिसका ट्रिपल एक्शन फॉर्मूला दे लॉन्ग लास्टिंग ग्लो। विंसे 3x हैंडसम, एक्सक्लूसिवली हिज।
अब बैंक अकाउंट खोलने ब्रांच जाने की जरूरत नहीं, बस अभी अस्करी डिजिटल अकाउंट ओपनिंग ऐप डाउनलोड करो और फौरन अकाउंट खोलो, कहीं से भी और कभी भी।
अरे सुनो, प्रैक्टिस ऑलराइट कर दिया।
Into the gap and 4 runs, easy ball really for the left-hander to handle. That's the other thing, Sri Lanka can't afford to be messy.
Another great start to his over. Theekshana into his second. Just straight down in line. He's trying to dart it in. He's missing the radar. So that is an easy 4. More importantly on the first delivery.
It's been told boundary after 14 overs in this game. Right, this pitch offers just a little bit more assistance for the spinners, and the degree of spin clearly is more today. 3.3 compared to 1.8. It's a grassless pitch. The ball grips and spins, especially off the cracks. Cut shot, beautifully played. What a good shot that is. He's such a delight when he's batting like this.
And this is picture perfect. Theekshana now overcompensates, short and wide, but what Saim Ayub rocks onto that back foot, very stable on impact and power through the shot. You want to learn how to play that back foot cut shot, that is a perfect example. And he could do with runs. High score in the tournament, Saim Ayub 27. He's got starts a couple of times and tonight presents another opportunity for him.
Oh, that is close. If that hit the pad, I think Sri Lankans have got a good chance of maybe appealing again. Umpire is not going to signal anything because he feels that Sri Lanka may just go for a DRS here. What is he thinking, Captain? Theekshana. Timer is out. And it's been given as runs. 4 runs.
Well, it had to be the bat. The only thing that has saved Saim Ayub here is an outside edge. That is a great delivery. And once again, it's that length. He's been trying to dart it in throughout Theekshana. That is turn on the surface and it's from the line of the stumps. He's got to get length right.
Other thing that he's got to do is to just slacken the pace. See, whenever he's less than 100, the ball has gripped and done more. Legal tail selfie moment. I don't know what you make of that. Felt weird. A little bit more flight this time from Theekshana. 19 without a wicket down.
खाना बनाओ मैजिकल कोका कोला मैजिकल ऑफर के साथ हर 1.5 लीटर बोतल पर जीतो 350 ml बोतल फ्री क्यूआर कोड स्कैन करो और इंस्ट्रक्शंस फॉलो करो तो ले आओ 1.5 लीटर बोतल्स और जीतो लाखों 350 ml बोतल्स बिल्कुल फ्री।
तो हो जाए सोनी धरती के नाम टपाल दानेदार का एक और कप।
खुर्शीद फैन जदीद तरीन BLSS मोटर और इसकी प्रो मोस्ट टेक्नोलॉजी की बदौलत ये बना 30 वोल्ट पर सबसे ज्यादा हवा देने वाला पंखा। खुर्शीद फैन, क्वालिटी की लगन।
नया लाइफ बॉय नेचुरली सिल्की शैम्पू मेथी दाना और कलौंजी के साथ जो बालों को बनाए सिल्की और मजबूत। मेथी दाना और कलौंजी का कमाल, नो मोर उलझे बाल।
तो शॉपिंग बेशुमार है। स्टोर, ऑनलाइन, एनीटीएम, हर जगह चले फायदे पे फायदा दे।
बैंक आज ही अपने बैंक से डरना।
Spin friendly on the surface.
Very close. Nothing that the bowling team could do once it's clipped the edge. Maybe just a little bit of promise in terms of what the surface is offering. Hasaranga might come into the power play. Remember, Sri Lanka don't have many to defend. Only 96 here. Balls to run ratio also in Pakistan's favour. So the only way they can hold Pakistan back here, Sri Lanka, is through wickets. And they've got to come quickly. That's why the captain is into the attack.
Yeah, that's well played in the end. Watch the ball closely, and that is what you need to do as a batsman. On a surface like this where there's variations, few keeping low, few jumping from that good length area. Sri Lanka need wickets. It's as simple as that. So you've got to have a different strategy here. Handful of runs to defend. So you've got to get your best bowlers bowling right now, in fact. Do something different in the field set. It's been run-of-the-mill kind of captaincy and bowling changes so far from Dawson. Beautifully played away. There's cushion for that flick shot. % confidence she is with Dandruff free here. Hello here. Wickets in hand. If they bat well in the first 7 or 8 hours, Pakistan should be home without a lot of worries.
Pakistan will do me a favor, Ramiz. You said it's going to go down to single digits. I'm doing the post-match presentation. Could be a frozen ice block out there.
We'll have heaters for you, don't worry. Oh, good delivery. The keeper is standing up. How close was that to off stump? A cutter bowled. Just rolling his fingers over that one. Ball gripped and almost castled in.
You see more like the natural deviation. 110 Ks. He's normally around that 115, 120 anyways, Dasun Shanaka. But this is good from Kusal Mendes. Up to the stumps, Dasun Shanaka doesn't have the pace in terms of the faster bowlers going around. Just keep Saim in the crease.
That's gone. Made a wonderful sound. 26 now without a wicket after 4.
कैविटी है क्या? मैं स्कूल कैसे जाऊंगा?
तुम ना एक्टिंग स्कूल जाओ। कोलगेट ने पूरे 24 घंटे तक कैविटी से हिफाजत।
तो कैविटी का कोई चांस ही नहीं।
अब बैंक अकाउंट खोलने ब्रांच जाने की जरूरत नहीं। बस अभी अस्करी डिजिटल अकाउंट ओपनिंग ऐप डाउनलोड करो और फौरन अकाउंट खोलो, कहीं से भी और कभी भी।
Triangle by Goofy.
Try Triangle by Goofy.
सिंपल मिलना। हैंडसम ग्लो चाहिए? तो यूज कर Wednesday 3X हैंडसम, जिसका ट्रिपल एक्शन फॉर्मूला दे लॉन्ग लास्टिंग ग्लो। Wednesday 3X हैंडसम, एक्सक्लूसिवली हिज।
इनको पुराने तरीकों से ऑर्डर करने दें। मोर देन 2 लाख ग्रोसरी आइटम्स के साथ आपका ऑर्डर फूड पैदा सामान देगा।
नया लाइफ बॉय नेचुरली सिल्की शैम्पू मेथी दाना और कलौंजी के साथ, जो बालों को बनाए सिल्की और मजबूत। मेथी दाना
Gets it past the infield into the fence for 4. Unlucky because it was an edge. But when you've got the fielders in, fine and third, both in the ring, then an outside edge can work wonders for you.
A top delivery. Really good. Squares him open, Sajada Farhan. And just gets the leading edge. See the change of pace with the fingers that have been rolled over. Perfect in terms of placement. Unintentional, albeit boundary.
Take a free moment, download the app and get the insurance you need on your fingertips. The figure-free batting from Sri Lanka let them down. No insurance whatsoever when you go out there playing the innings that they wanted to play. That's the other thing. Teams at times are just looking at this gig as a T20 gig where you're not supposed to stop the ball. You're not supposed to block the ball, irrespective of the conditions. It's kind of a one-dimensional mindset most of the teams have these days. Not willing to fight because it's T20, so why should I be fighting for my wicket? There are others who can redeem the situation.
That's an important point because by and large you'll see T20 cricket played on relatively flatter tracks, batting-friendly tracks, but sometimes it allows for that grind, it allows for that more sensible, orthodox approach. Run the ones and twos hard, look for conventional batting. And by and large, these windy surfaces throughout this tri-series just rewarded batters who just stuck in for a little while longer. On to your point, Remy, is also we look at where the T20 World Cup when we played India and Sri Lanka, and Sri Lanka will be similar in terms of a spin on the track, exaggerated turn at times as well. So between the two venues, there will be a different array of wickets on display for teams to learn from and apply skill and, more importantly, tactics. At the moment, by and large, the approach here has been bang or bust. Pakistan's opening pair, the one thing that Shahzada Farhan has spoken about repeatedly is, he mentioned that to you in the post-show as well a couple of times, is just add to his skill level in terms of just knocking the ball around, rotating strike.
Edge doesn't carry to the keeper. Sri Lanka trying to find that happy medium where they're able to put pressure and pick up a wicket. Stopped himself from playing that extravagant drive and extra bit of bounce for Chamira.
By and large for Pakistan, they are able to get the remaining 84 here runs here in time. We will manage 3 series, white ball series wins. White ball series win against South Africa, then the ODI win against Sri Lanka. So a good start for the new management, coach and captain.
Pace on, that last ball in after 5, Pakistan 31 without any loss.
नया लाइफ पॉइंट नेचुरली सिल्की शैम्पू मेथी दाना और कलौंजी के साथ जो बालों को बनाए सिल्की और मजबूत। मेथी दाना और कलौंजी का कमाल, नो मोर उलझे बाल।
Parlay 24K Gold Green Beauty Cream. Parlay 24K Gold Green Beauty Cream.
Wear your attitude. Darin Sami by Asghar Ali.
खाना बनाओ मैजिकल कोका कोला मैजिकल ऑफर के साथ। हर 1.5 लीटर बॉटल पर जीतो 350 ml बॉटल फ्री। QR कोड स्कैन करो और इंस्ट्रक्शंस फॉलो करो तो ले आओ 1.5 लीटर बॉटल और जीतो लाखों 350 ml बॉटल्स बिल्कुल फ्री।
खुर्शीद फैन जदीद तरीन BLSS मोटर और इसकी ट्रू नोज टेक्नोलॉजी की बदौलत ये बना 30 फुट पर सबसे ज्यादा हवा देने वाला पंखा। खुर्शीद फैन, क्वालिटी की लगन।
हो जाए सोनी धरती के नाम टपाल दानेदार का एक और का।
Emotions. Yeah, without runs on the board, it's Ishan Malinga. His hanky falls off, distracting Farhan. There are times we see that called a big ball as well. Yeah, but we all know it's not where you start, how you start. It's where you end, or how you end that really matters. Face off. Well, you can interpret that trouble dropping off Malinga's practice as throwing the towel in.
Still 84 runs to get.
But the thing is, Pakistan know what they need, and it's not too much. Sri Lanka have to make the play, and then it becomes very, very hard. You've got only spinners that will really make an impact. That's Hasaranga and Theekshana.
It's off again. That's the way that Pakistan went. And Sri Lanka following suit.
But other than that, there are no part-timers either in the Sri Lankan team.
That's very unlike Sri Lanka.
It is. And in terms of bowling options, other than the 5 bowlers that we usually see, Theekshana, Chamira, Shanaka, Malinga and Hasaranga, Johnny Clean again can turn his arm over. So, in terms of options for certain situations or conditions changing as the game goes on, Sri Lanka a little bit one-dimensional.
No timing on that, but balls in open space.
Now, for example, you look at Pakistan. First 10 overs, the seamers scored 6 of them, the runs through around. Spinners came on. And then, as it was slowing up and turning, you had Sam Ayub to go to. You could even further go to Salman Ali Aga. So your options are there to change around to suit the situation or the conditions of the game.
Yeah, the spinners really suited this surface. That has meant that Pakistan right now, they require less than runnable. Malinga round the wicket to Saimayu. Advances, but no pace on. It's not a very easy pitch to bat on. And if Sri Lanka went long and got over 150, 160, something like that, then it would have been quite an interesting game. As always, Babar Azam, so much support all around.
They offer him. That might mean the wicket that Sri Lanka need, that little opening. The new batter will struggle, we've seen that. They need Babar Azam to come in right now.
Another little slow one that sticks in the pitch. Power play done, it is 32 without loss.
अब बैंक अकाउंट खोलने ब्रांच जाने की जरूरत नहीं, बस अभी अस्करी डिजिटल अकाउंट ओपनिंग ऐप डाउनलोड करो और फौरन अकाउंट खोलो, कहीं से भी और कभी भी।
कैविटी है क्या? मैं स्कूल कैसे जाऊंगा?
तुम ना एक्टिंग स्कूल जाओ।
हर माँ जानती है कि कोलगेट मैक्सिमम कैविटी प्रोटेक्शन दे पूरे 24 घंटे तक कैविटी से हिफाजत।
Triangle by Goofy.
Try Triangle by Goofy.
सुन रहे हो ना? हैंडसम ग्लो चाहिए? तो यूज कर Wednesday 3X हैंडसम, जिसका ट्रिपल एक्शन फॉर्मूला दे लॉन्ग लास्टिंग ग्लो। Wednesday 3X हैंडसम, exclusively his.
इनको पुराने तरीकों से ऑर्डर करने दें। More than 2 lakh grocery items के साथ आपका ऑर्डर फुल पैसा सामान देगा। खाना बनाओ मैजिकल, कोका-कोला।
This is the pitch to target a score, to bowl at.
That is very, very short and dealt with. Fast ball from Hasaranga and smacked out of the park.
That's what you do. You wait. You wait for something to pounce on. He gets it. Hasaranga tries to bowl it into the pitch. Geez, pressure on Hasaranga. How will he respond?
Also that pull shot again. Hits it extremely well. A 4 after the 6.
A little fuller than the previous one, but very, very short. If Sri Lanka had any chance of getting back into this, they needed Hasaranga to really start strong.
Now better. It's a third ball right. Everything's right in that Tapal Tea moment, Tapal Tea lounge. Garam Garam Chai. Pakistan's #1 tea brand.
And that's exactly what Shahzada Farhan did. He had a cup of Tapal tea and then hit those 2 boundaries because it was so short and slow. And enough time. He wants another tee. I think he's figured out that the tee is working.
Looking in Sri Lanka were batting, then there should have been cups of tea just to slow the game up. Oh, that stays low, very, very low. Bottom of the bat.
But the thing is, the Pakistan batters can be careful. They can look to navigate this because the target is well within. That's why we say you need runs on the board. It's scoreboard pressure that does things for you.
A shot and pulled in the air, but won't carry. So Hasaranga concedes 12 in his first over, 44 without loss.
खाना बनाओ मैजिकल कोका कोला मैजिकल ऑफर के साथ हर 1.5 लीटर बॉटल पर जीतो 350 ml बॉटल फ्री क्यूआर कोड स्कैन करो और इंस्ट्रक्शंस फॉलो करो तो ले आओ 1 लीटर बॉटल और जीतो लाखों 350 ml बॉटल्स बिल्कुल फ्री।
अरे सुनो टाइट तो सब राइट कर दिया ना
जाए सोनी धरती के नाम टपाल दानेदार का एक और कप
कॉफी ओट मिल्क अपना स्नैक इंप्रूव करो पेपाक है तो ऐड टू कार्ट है इन स्टोर ऑनलाइन एनीटाइम हर जगह चले फायदे पे फायदा दे पेपाक आज ही अपने बैंक से डरवाएं।
Chance, almost. Neat clip. Almost carried to the bowler. Super Asia marks the leading home appliances brand. Automatic washing machine, magic of one touch. Malinga almost in with a chance of a cotton bowl. Into the pitch and pulled away. Must be a single.
I find it fascinating, Baz. The crowd quite disappointed with this start. It sometimes is very hard to understand, but there you go, the chant. Babar, Babar. Such a firm favorite with this crowd.
Probably disappointed with Sri Lanka too, get enough runs on the board, so
Babar can come out and play a big knock.
yeah. I'm happy that he's not been granted that opportunity. Oh, bouncer, very slow. And given a wide.
But well, at least he held on to 3 catches. That was well judged. Had a lot to do here. Make sure that ball stays up. We saw Fakhar Zaman being denied a catch because the palm faced downwards and the ball skidded along the ground, even though he had it under control. A hat-trick of catches for Babar Azam.
Ball lifts back. Farhan trying to hit it out of the park. Off stump, out of the ground.
Listen to the crowd. Their wish is granted. They're celebrating a wicket. Lots of slower balls from Ishan Malinga, and then he cranks it up. It just went through so quickly. 142.3. And Sri Lanka get that breakthrough. They still have 69 to defend. Shahizada Farhan for 23. Pakistan are 46 for 1.
राबिया का बेस्ट फ्रेंड, उसका कैमरा।
वाह!
और कितना खींचोगी?
अम्मी, दुनिया को पाकिस्तान की अलग तस्वीर दिखानी है। इसकी खूबसूरती की जब तक दिखाऊंगी नहीं, रुकूंगी नहीं।
मैं इसके ख्वाबों के बीच किसी को नहीं आने दूंगी, जरासीम को भी नहीं। इसीलिए लाइफ बॉय।
बड़े ख्वाबों को दे लाइफ बॉय की बड़ी हिफाजत, जो दे जरासीम से 100% यकीनी हिफाजत।
अम्मी, मेरी पाकिस्तान की तस्वीर जीत गई। कैविटी है क्या? मैं स्कूल कैसे जाऊंगा?
तुम ना एक्टिंग स्कूल जाओ। कोलगेट ने पूरे 24 घंटे तक कैविटी से हिफाजत।
तो कैविटीज का कोई चांस ही नहीं।
खुर्शीद फैन जदीद तरीन BLSS मोटर और इसकी ब्रूमोस टेक्नोलॉजी की बदौलत ये बना 34 पर सबसे ज्यादा हवा देने वाला पंखा। खुर्शीद फैन, क्वालिटी की लगन।
4 ducks in 2025.
He's off the mark straight away.
And he'll be relieved as well. An unwanted list. The jack back as well at pace. Sharma and yes, the crowd celebrate the wicket.
They're so supportive, the Pakistani crowd. That's pulled away and they'll go to the fence. Slow and short and dealt with. 50 raised.
Yeah, didn't grip. It just goes on towards the leg side and Sam Ayub, he's actually looked in good touch throughout the series, even though he's not gone on to convert them. So good when he's out there because he's played some really good shots. So stylish. There he goes, starts and starts and starts.
And trying the no-look shot. Malinga thought he was through. It is 52 for 1.
नया लाइफ बॉय नेचुरली सिल्की शैम्पू, मेथी दाना और कलौंजी के साथ, जो बालों को बनाए सिल्की और मजबूत। मेथी दाना और कलौंजी का कमाल, नो मोर उलझे बाल।
Triangle by Goofy.
Try Triangle by Goofy. बेपाक है तो पाकिस्तानियत है। इन स्टोर, ऑनलाइन, ATM, हर जगह चले बेपाक। आज ही अपने बैंक से बनवाएं।
अब बैंक अकाउंट खोलने ब्रांच जाने की जरूरत नहीं, बस अभी अस्करी डिजिटल अकाउंट ओपनिंग ऐप डाउनलोड करो और फौरन अकाउंट खोलो, कहीं से भी और कभी भी। इनको पुराने तरीकों से ऑर्डर करने दें। मोर देन 2 लाख ग्रोसरी आइटम्स के साथ आपका ऑर्डर फूड पैदा सामान देगा।
सोने जैसा ग्लो, और आज भी वही ग्लो सिर्फ मिलता है विद पार्ले गोल्ड ग्लेम ब्यूटी फेस वॉश से। सोने जैसी स्किन विद पार्ले गोल्ड ग्लेम ब्यूटी फेस वॉश।
Back with a slightly short one, it'll just be a single. KFC, the official food partner. Also, you're just mentioning the lack of part-timers for Sri Lanka. The ball's being tossed to Mishara.
He keeps wickets as well. He's got 8 wickets in T20s. A bit of a jack of all trades, Kamil Mishara. Bit of Glenn Phillips. Or bodybuilder. This is social media. As we pulled away, and this will find the fence. Shot and pounced on. Another Tapal moment. Time for a cup of tea. That's how short it was. High score in the series for Saim Ayub. Pakistan getting closer, 57 needed. Sri Lanka running out of options.
Yeah, Russell, you see social media, Graham Phillips is really lifting heavy.
You on social media? You believe what happens on social media?
Absolutely, that's the new thing.
Now it makes sense.
Yeah.
Things
It
you
is
come
what-
up with.
Like?
I'm wondering where you come up with
You've
certain things. So now I get it.
fallen behind, Russ. Not going on with the times. Still thinking of Sri Lanka being able to dominate spin and then produce spinners who can wreak havoc. Babur gets another one. Gets two this time.
I've been saying this for a while, Baz. The last 2-3 years. Playing spin is an issue for Sri Lankan batters. And yes, it was harder. Yes, there was a lot of grip. But surely, 9 wickets for 30 runs on this pitch is... Oh, what do you say? Better say nothing. End of 9, 62 for 1.
कॉफी ओट मिल्क अपना स्नैक इंप्रूव करो अरे सुनो
राइट तो सब राइट कर दिया
हैंडसम ग्लो चाहिए तो यूज कर Wednesday 3X Handsome जिसका ट्रिपल एक्शन फॉर्मूला दे लॉन्ग लास्टिंग ग्लो Wednesday 3X Handsome exclusively his
खुशी फैन जदीद तरीन BLSS मोटर और इसकी ट्रू नोज टेक्नोलॉजी की बदौलत ये बना चटपुट पर सबसे ज्यादा हवा देने वाला पंखा खुशी फैन क्वालिटी की लगन
तो हो जाए सोनी धरती के नाम टपाल दानेदार का एक और कप
But if you bowl that short, you're going to get punished. A poor delivery, and the result is it's out of here.
Oh dear. It's all going wrong for Saranga. That length, even if it turns square, not gonna have any impact. Pakistan batters waiting for the slightly shorter one and hitting it powerfully.
Slightly better than still slightly short, so the punch down the ground. All been figure-free for Pakistan. Figure-free moment. Download the figure-free app and get the insurance you need on your fingertips.
Oh, the little kid missed the moment.
Backs away, then just a backward defensive. Lamy 33. Seems as if wants to just toy with the Sri Lankan bowlers, try and get into their head because everything's under control. Wants to call it straight away for 2, but no. Just be 1. Only 45 runs now required. Appealing off the final thought was that it'd be a close game. Sri Lanka had done extremely well in the previous 2 games and came with a winning momentum into the game. But hasn't been so. So all been Pakistan. They've been the best side in the Tri-Series. But the final has just gone one way.
Sri Lanka lost 9 wickets for 30, Baz. If that happens, it can go another way, don't you think?
It'll be exciting if that happens. It'll be a great game. 71 for 1. And it is time for drinks.
तो हो जाए सोनी धरती के नाम टपाल दानेदार का एक और कप तो हो जाए सोनी धरती के नाम टपाल दानेदार का एक और कप
कैविटी है क्या? मैं स्कूल कैसे जाऊंगा?
तुम ना एक्टिंग स्कूल जाओ। हर माँ जानती है कि कोलगेट मैक्सिमम कैविटी प्रोटेक्शन दे पूरे 24 घंटे तक कैविटी से हिफाजत है।
Wear your attitude. Darren Sammy by Oscar Ali.
Triangle by Goofy.
Try triangle by Goofy.
अब बैंक अकाउंट खोलने ब्रांच जाने की जरूरत नहीं। बस अभी अस्करी डिजिटल अकाउंट ओपनिंग ऐप डाउनलोड करो और फौरन अकाउंट खोलो, कहीं से भी और कभी भी।
हैंडसम ग्लो चाहिए तो यूज कर विंसे 3x हैंडसम, जिसका ट्रिपल एक्शन फॉर्मूला दे लॉन्ग लास्टिंग ग्लो। विंसे 3x हैंडसम एक्सक्लूसिवली हिज।
तो शॉपिंग बेशुमार है, स्टोर ऑनलाइन एनीटीएम हर जगह चले, फायदे पे फायदा दे। बैंक आज ही अपने बैंक से डरना।
अरे सुनो,
राइट तो सब राइट कर दिया ना।
हैंडसम ग्लो चाहिए तो यूज कर विंसे 3x हैंडसम, जिसका ट्रिपल एक्शन फॉर्मूला दे लॉन्ग लास्टिंग ग्लो। विंसे 3x हैंडसम एक्सक्लूसिवली हिज।
खुशी फैन जदीद तरीन BMSS मोटर और इसकी ट्रू नोज टेक्नोलॉजी की बदौलत ये बना 30 वोल्ट पर सबसे ज्यादा हवा देने वाला पंखा। खुशी फैन, क्वालिटी की लगन।
इनको पुराने तरीकों से ऑर्डर करने दें। मोर देन 2 लाख ग्रोसरी आइटम्स के साथ आपका ऑर्डर फूड पैदा सामान देगा।
कॉफी ओट मिल्क, अपना स्नैक इंप्रूव करो।
कैविटी है क्या? मैं स्कूल कैसे जाऊंगा?
तुम ना एक्टिंग स्कूल जाओ। हर माँ जानती है कि कोलगेट मैक्सिमम कैविटी प्रोटेक्शन दे पूरे 24 घंटे तक कैविटी से हिफाजत है।
इनको पुराने तरीकों से ऑर्डर करने दें। मोर देन 2 लाख ग्रोसरी आइटम्स के साथ आपका ऑर्डर फूड पैदा सामान देगा।
तो ऐड टू कार्ट है, इन स्टोर ऑनलाइन एनीटीएम हर जगह चले, फायदे पे फायदा दे। बैंक आज ही अपने बैंक से डरना।
अब बैंक अकाउंट खोलने ब्रांच जाने की जरूरत नहीं। बस अभी अस्करी डिजिटल अकाउंट ओपनिंग ऐप डाउनलोड करो और फौरन अकाउंट खोलो, कहीं से भी और कभी भी।
Triangle by Goofy.
Try triangle by Goofy.
नया लाइफ बॉय नेचुरली सिल्की शैम्पू मेथी दाना और कलौंजी के साथ, जो बालों को बनाए सिल्की और मजबूत। मेथी दाना और कलौंजी का कमाल, नो मोर उलझे बाल।
Ikshana to bowl is third. Great start for Pakistan in the first 10. For 59, Sri Lanka, the only way can look to hold Pakistan's back is pick up wickets. Not one, but they will be required to follow them up as well.
Yeah, the hope is that there can be a slide of the proportions that happened in their innings. But of course, Pakistan have the advantage of knowing what it is that they're chasing, so will be more circumspect in the way they go about things.
We all know how Inbrex EV goes. As the Pakistan's smartest hatchback EV, the Inbrex Zeo. Drive smart and charge fast. Also, talk about magnitude of the slide in that middle phase. Pakistan sitting pretty at 72 for 1. So puts them well ahead in the chase. Sri Lanka now got to slip in. Just get one to draw Saim Ayub outside his crease.
As an illustration of where the game was for Sri Lanka, at the same stage, They were 84 for 2. That's what they're playing for. Tri-series. And thus far, looks like the home side's well on course. Been the side to beat through the tournament. Have put games together and been in some patches well above the other two sides. You feel they've got better actually as they've gone on, as has been the case for Sri Lanka. Sri Lanka have had to get better because their start was dire.
All 824K gold green, beauty green. All 824K gold green, beauty green.
खाना बनाओ मैजिकल कोका कोला मैजिकल ऑफर के साथ हर 1.5 लीटर बॉटल पर जीतो 350 ml बॉटल फ्री क्यूआर कोड स्कैन करो और इंस्ट्रक्शंस फॉलो करो तो ले आओ 1.5 लीटर बॉटल्स और जीतो लाखों 350 ml बॉटल्स
Possibly yes. खुर्शीद फैन जदीद तरीन BLSS और इसकी ट्रू नोज टेक्नोलॉजी की बदौलत ये बना 30 पर सबसे ज्यादा हवा देने वाला पंखा। खुर्शीद फैन, क्वालिटी की लगन।
Yeah, speaking about Pakistan have been the side to beat. They've been very good in all facets, multiple match winners, few match winners in the crowd as well. Free Vigotel handsets been given out. Pakistan, you look at the top order scoring runs the previous game, they found themselves 45 for 4 in the power play. Along came the captain with runs. A couple of half centuries, 2 Saibzada Farhan, 1 to Salman Ali Agha, 1 to Babar. Nawaz amongst the wickets now right up there. Abrar with wickets. Usman Khan, Usman Tariq, beg your pardon, picked up that hat-trick. One player of the tournament. For that, so there have been multiple match winners through Pakistan, not heavily reliant on 1 or 2. Bode well with them in terms of the T20 World Cup round the corner. That has stayed low and is very, very straight. That is extremely does mean his innings will come to a close.
Sri Lanka will stand in the huddle and they'll be kicking themselves, I tell you. Yeah, good luck playing that. That's Aranga, very good, but helped out a great deal there by the surface. It's just stayed down and no chance of getting bat on it. Saim Ayub's 36 runs are very important. They have Pakistan 75 for 2.
राबिया का बेस्ट फ्रेंड उसका कैमरा
वाह
और कितना खींचोगी
अम्मी दुनिया को पाकिस्तान की अलग तस्वीर दिखानी है उसकी खूबसूरती की जब तक दिखाऊंगी नहीं रुकूंगी नहीं
मैं इसके ख्वाबों के बीच किसी को नहीं आने दूंगी जरासीम को भी नहीं इसीलिए लाइफ बॉय
बड़े ख्वाबों को दे लाइफ बॉय की बड़ी हिफाजत जो दे जरासीम से 100% यकीनी हिफाजत।
अम्मी मेरी पाकिस्तान की तस्वीर जीत गई
तो हो जाए सोनी धरती के नाम टपाल दानेदार का एक और कप।
कैविटी है क्या मैं स्कूल कैसे जाऊंगा
तुम ना एक्टिंग स्कूल जाओ।
कोलगेट ने पूरे 24 घंटे तक कैविटी से हिफाजत।
तो कैविटी का कोई चांस नहीं
बेपाक है तो पाकिस्तानियत है। इन स्टोर ऑनलाइन एनीटीएम हर जगह चले बेपाक।
आज ही अपने बैंक से करना है।
अब बैंक अकाउंट खोल ले।
Most batters would like runs in a winning cause.
Yeah, stays down. The length has him back and thinking he can whack that into the onside. Can only laugh. Because if he didn't laugh, he'd cry. But there's no use crying over spilled milk. Gotta be philosophical about it.
Top stuff, Tommy Amangwa, top stuff.
Yeah, and On a serious note, his job is done. It was to get started here. And yes, it can still happen. But I said they'd be kicking themselves. Sri Lanka should have got more. Inside edge. And then onto the pad. 76 for 2.
बैंक अकाउंट खोलने ब्रांच जाने की जरूरत नहीं, बस अभी अस्करी डिजिटल अकाउंट ओपनिंग ऐप डाउनलोड करो और फौरन अकाउंट खोलो, कहीं से भी और कभी भी। इनको पुराने तरीकों से ऑर्डर करने दें। मोर देन 2 लाख ग्रोसरी आइटम्स के साथ आपका ऑर्डर फूड पैंडा सामान देगा।
अरे सुनो, राइट तो सब राइट कर दिया।
कॉफी ओट मिल्क, अपना स्नैक इंप्रूव करो।
नया लाइफ बॉय नेचुरली सिल्की शैम्पू मेथी दाना और कलौंजी के साथ, जो बालों को बनाए सिल्की और मजबूत। मेथी दाना और कलौंजी का कमाल, नो मोर मुझे बाल।
इनको पुराने तरीकों से ऑर्डर करने दें। मोर देन 2 लाख ग्रोसरी आइटम्स के साथ आपका ऑर्डर फूड पैंडा सामान देगा।
Comfortable enough, simple. Do you know, on that alone, I'd have him open the batting.
That's a spot to be in the Trapal Tea Lounge. Pakistan's fans in the cool, windy evening enjoying Pakistan's finest. You can just imagine the roar from the crowd. Not just that, the magnitude of the pressure it enfolds on the opposition. First runs of Babar Azam's bat. Only a few going around, on the world stage have a following of that magnitude, and that's the persona he's created, the runs he's got in the past, and now looking back to he's capable of.
We're on TV! And it's PJ who's telling them to, come on, make some noise, like Babar's just gone into bat.
They're the best crowd in Pakistan by some distance. You look at the way the Gaddafi Stadium in Lahore is, the National Stadium in Karachi, just here in Rawalpindi, they're so close to the action. Probably the closest in terms of the stadiums available here. It's a smaller ground, it's a fast pitch, a quicker outfield, irrespective of single-digit temperatures. Rawalpindi has been fantastic, so well done.
One more thought on Sri Lanka. We've said, and it's true, they've got better through the tournament. Players who've come through here and some questions answered for them. And as a squad that I'll say has been in flux, really, with chops and changes in terms of personnel. And then also a searching with regard to who it is they want and should use, mainly in the batting side of things, an attempt to mix experience and talent, youthful talent, not quite gone as well as they'd like. But under pressure, they've had a few guys score runs, and I think that'll do them the world of good. Didn't quite calculate correctly tonight, and so played too many shots, and that was their downfall.
You talk about how good they've been. 2 pressure games in terms of a must-win game against Zimbabwe, and then another one, a must-win against Pakistan, and on both you felt that they ticked every box. They were good with the ball up front, good with the bat, played that middle period of the game with the bat really well a couple of days ago. Another over takes 5, Pakistan 83 for 2.
तो हो जाए सोनी धरती के नाम टपाल दानेदार का एक और कप।
Parle Ayurvedic Cream Bleach Membership. Natural ingredients. Parle Ayurvedic Cream Bleach. 50 रुपए की प्राइस पे अब आप क्रीम ब्लीच क्यों?
खुर्शीद फैन जदीद तरीन BLSS मोटर और इसकी कूल मोस्ट टेक्नोलॉजी की बदौलत इसे बना 30 वोल्ट पर सबसे ज्यादा हवा देने वाला पंखा। खुर्शीद फैन, क्वालिटी की लगन।
कैविटी है क्या? मैं स्कूल कैसे जाऊंगा?
तुम ना एक्टिंग स्कूल जाओ।
हर माँ जानती है कि कोलगेट मैक्सिमम कैविटी प्रोटेक्शन दे पूरे 24 घंटे तक कैविटी से हिफाजत।
The one thing they need to be really careful of, the one that just skids along. No real bounce every now and then.
Yeah, Hasaranga is their champion. And what they want here is what it did in the previous game, which is just break the partnership again, take another wicket, and you just delay things a little bit to give them a chance. Shot, beautifully played. Really had to reach out, Salman, to get to that, and then picks out the gap perfectly. And it puts pressure on Hasaranga as it races away for 4.
Picks it up on the full. That was important. As his reach that has allowed him to do that. A fine stroke. A good run maker. More importantly, picks out gaps. Very quick on his feet as well.
Nice top comeback.
Once again, the fans have thoroughly enjoyed themselves. The action as well as Vigotel giving out free handsets to the crowd.
There's a necessity for belief here, even though it looks like a decanter Pakistan will get there. Sri Lanka, with each bowler that comes on, have to try to delay this as much as possible. It happened in the previous game. So can you just keep it tight, stay on the stumps percentage as much as you can? Because wickets can fall in a cluster. And if you can take it to the final over, how many ever are required, say, and they'll take anything you offer them from this stage. So let's say it's 7 to get off the final, or 6 to get off the final 1. How many wickets are standing, and who bowls it? Can they get a wicket? They probably can, because it can stay down on this pitch.
$90 for 2.
अब बैंक अकाउंट खोलने ब्रांच जाने की जरूरत नहीं, बस अभी अस्करी डिजिटल अकाउंट ओपनिंग ऐप डाउनलोड करो और फौरन अकाउंट खोलो, कहीं से भी और कभी भी।
हैंडसम ग्लो चाहिए तो यूज कर विंसे 3x हैंडसम, जिसका ट्रिपल एक्शन फॉर्मूला दे लॉन्ग लास्टिंग ग्लो। विंसे 3x हैंडसम, एक्सक्लूसिवली हिज।
इनको पुराने तरीकों से ऑर्डर करने दें। मोर देन 2 लाख ग्रोसरी आइटम्स के साथ आपका ऑर्डर फूड पैंडा संभाल लेगा।
कैविटी है क्या? मैं स्कूल कैसे जाऊंगा?
तुम ना एक्टिंग स्कूल जाओ।
कोलगेट दे पूरे 24 घंटे तक कैविटी से हिफाजत।
तो कैविटी का कोई चांस ही नहीं।
खुर्शीद फैन जदीद तरीन BLSS मोटर और इसकी कूल मोस्ट टेक्नोलॉजी की बदौलत इसे बना 30 वोल्ट पर सबसे ज्यादा हवा देने वाला पंखा। खुर्शीद फैन, क्वालिटी की लगन।
तो हो जाए सोनी धरती के नाम टपाल दानेदार का एक और कप।
Yorkers pinpoint. It is here and it is now. It is Neelofer, the most anticipated film in cinema since yesterday. The combination that has worked and worked really well. Fawad Khan and Myra Khan. You can get your tickets now.
Hasn't really stayed down for the seamers, and so this from Dasun Chanaka to go to Chamira is he's going to wicket taker, form bowler, needs to break it open. Nice. It's been on song. Yeah, just in a bog standard run up. Off stump on the link. I hope something happens for you. There's also, though, slower deliveries. They've gripped on here. And I wonder if he can just get one on a link. And Salman, who's in decent touch, might feel he can get it away.
At the moment, Pakistan in ones and twos. You never know. It is a funny game, but the odds massively in the favor of Pakistan because they've got 8 wickets in hand. Got 2 men on the crease who are probably the best batters technically for Pakistan. One thing Sri Lanka will look at is Chamira versus Babar Azam in the series. Bowled once, LBW once, both times just the ball that just jags back off a length. Can he pick him up again?
Bowler in good touch. Just from wide of the wicket there, instead of just the normal run through and bowl close to the stumps, has decided to just go wider and have an angle to the delivery. Wasn't quite on target actually because it ended up sort of leg side, but he's thinking clearly and is kind of delivering what he intends each time. Just felt in the previous game when he came back, seemed to try and go faster and faster for a little period, and rather than take pace off. And fortunately, because things have been going well for him, he managed to kind of address that, whether it was from a suggestion from whoever alongside him, but he did shift, and when he did, kind of got a hold of the scoring once again, and they were back in the game. Been a good over this one. What would cap it up for them would be a W.
Perfect placement. Top stuff from the Pakistan skipper. So 4 to close the over. Pakistan require 18. 97 for 2.
कॉफी ओट मिल्क अपना स्नैक इंप्रूव करो
खाना बनाओ मैजिकल कोका कोला मैजिकल ऑफर के साथ हर 1.5 लीटर बॉटल पर जीतो 350 ml बॉटल फ्री क्यूआर कोड स्कैन करो और इंस्ट्रक्शंस फॉलो करो तो ले आओ 1 लीटर बॉटल और जीतो लाखों 350 ml बॉटल्स बिल्कुल फ्री।
अरे सुनो राइट तो सब राइट कर दिया
नया लाइफ पॉइंट नेचुरली सिल्की शैम्पू मेथी दाना और कलौंजी के साथ जो बालों को बनाए सिल्की और मजबूत। मेथी दाना और कलौंजी का कमाल, नो मोर उलझे बाल।
तो हो जाए सोनी धरती के नाम टपाल दानेदार का एक और कप।
More than 130, 140. Anyway, that's a half trigger that's put away for a single.
Pawan Ratnayaka for the first time, not a regular bowler. You're right, Ramesh. It's not rocket science. You've got to assess the conditions. And from over number 6 to 10, Sri Lanka didn't lose a wicket. Not many runs came, but that's enough to suggest that your approach has to change. But after the break, they kept going hard rather than looking to grind it against the spinners. And it's not the first time. We've seen it happen time and time again. The change in gears, the change in approach.
There's a strong appeal, right, and given by the umpire. They feel, including the umpire, that the ball hit the pad. And back later, right. What's going to happen now?
I think he's gone. He's reviewed it.
TV umpire to director. We have a review for LBW. On-field decision is out. I have checked the feet. It's a fair delivery. Start with the front on, please. Ball is close to the pad and then and the pad as well. So let's confirm with our dredge, please. Roll it back. Now roll forward. Unmove it. Cap between bat and ball. Cap between ball and pad. And then ball hits on the pad. And one more frame, please. Yes, satisfied. There is a pad involved. SN. SN. You need to reverse your original decision. You are on screen now.
Would have been a great call if that had hit the pad first, because usually the umpires miss the trick. But in the end, the replay, they are confirming that it was just the bat and not the front pad.
Strange one. A lot of things happened because the bat hit the pad, so there was an issue. But Salman Aliaga had walked towards the pavilion. That's what confused me.
Nana. Oh, he's gone! I thought it was a half striker and put away to the fence. Shanaka takes a very good catch. It was a sharp catch hit at the middle of the bat, so a wicket has gone down.
Can you believe it? A wicket, a maiden T20 international wicket for Pawan Ratnayaka. And when you think of the wickets that have fallen, even Hasaranga's wicket was a rank short ball. So was this. Sri Lanka have got 2 wickets of deliveries like that. Salman Aliaga, the captain, he's gone for 14. Pakistan are 98 for 3.
अब बैंक अकाउंट खोलने ब्रांच जाने की जरूरत नहीं, बस अभी अस्करी डिजिटल अकाउंट ओपनिंग ऐप डाउनलोड करो और फौरन अकाउंट खोलो, कहीं से भी और कभी भी।
Simple, Wilma. Handsome glow चाहिए? तो use कर Wednesday 3X Handsome, जिसका ट्रिपल एक्शन फॉर्मूला दे लॉन्ग लास्टिंग ग्लो। Wednesday 3X Handsome, exclusively his.
पेपाक है तो ऐड टू कार्ट है। इन स्टोर, ऑनलाइन एंड एटीएम, हर जगह चले, फायदे पे फायदा दे। पेपाक आज ही अपने बैंक से डरना।
कैविटी है क्या? मैं स्कूल कैसे जाऊंगा?
तुम ना
Wicket of a half striker.
Fakhar Zaman's in. Oh jeez. Just about to bounce the second time. And he gets a wicket now. He doesn't have a wicket in T20s. Pawan Ratnayaka, in fact, he's just got the 1 wicket in first class cricket.
Looking at how he's bowled so far, I think his potential to end up with 1 wicket only in his career. Well, that's put away for at least a single. Will be a single, and 100 comes up for Pakistan.
But how do you look at it? He's got a wicket. His economy rate much, much better than Hasaranga. But that's how much Dasun Shanaka needed that part-time spinner in these conditions.
16 done, 100 for 3.
कैविटी है क्या? मैं स्कूल कैसे जाऊंगा?
तुम ना एक्टिंग स्कूल जाओ। हर माँ जानती है कि कोलगेट मैक्सिमम कैविटी प्रोटेक्शन दे पूरे 24 घंटे तक कैविटी से हिफाजत।
तो हो जाए सोनी धरती के नाम टपाल दानेदार का एक और कप।
पेपाक है तो पाकिस्तानियत है। इन स्टोर, ऑनलाइन एंड एटीएम, हर जगह चले पेपाक।
आज ही अपने बैंक से बनवाएं।
सोने जैसा ग्लो और आज भी वही ग्लो सिर्फ मिलता है विद पार्ले गोल्ड ग्लीम ब्यूटी फेस वॉश से। सोने जैसी स्किन विद पार्ले गोल्ड ग्लीम ब्यूटी फेस वॉश।
सिंपल ग्लो ना। हैंडसम ग्लो चाहिए तो यूज विंसे 3x।
Oh, that's the beauty. That really is a top quality delivery. Ball gripped and spun.
This is why we always keep saying, or you keep thinking, you've got to grind your way to a score that your bowlers can work it. 130, 135 would have been massive. Even with Pakistan just 3 down at this stage, you should never throw the towel in when you're batting.
It's pretty mindless stuff, actually. Any top tier team would have played it differently. We're talking off air that it's about understanding the situation. It's about reading the game awareness. You know what the conditions are forcing or telling you to do. All it needed was just careful maneuvering of the ball during that phase.
And when spinners are operating and they're getting something, another thing you need to read is what's coming out of the bowler's hand. Not try to play off the pitch. It's a little too late. Me, Sri Lanka need to work on the skill of working the gaps. Once you start doing that, things tend to fall in place rather than just the big shot. It's not just here, it's been over a period of time that the batters have struggled against the spin.
Vyaskan could have played actually, and they had to make that call looking at the pitch. Straight away it felt like a spinner's paradise. Sri Lanka playing with the same 11 and obviously now short on spin options. Anta is an all-rounder. He's a leg spinner. He could have been preferred. I don't know. I mean, there's little tuning that you need looking at the conditions.
And sometimes, Ramesh, a pitch will start in a certain way, like we're seeing the seamers came on nicely, and when you started taking pace off, it was different. When the game changes like that, it's all right to reassess your target as well. 170, that's what Shanaka told you at the toss. Come the 7th, 8th over, the batters in the middle should have understood 150 and made sure you got there, which you could have.
Last time we've been dangerous driving the ball straight back to the bowler on a surface like this where the balls are at times gripping, not coming off the surface. Need a wicket or two here, Sri Lanka, to make it an interesting end. 20 balls, 13 to get.
2 balls for Teekshana, he's wicketless today. Pakistan cricket on the up. The team looking solid, looking like options. Yet conditions changed. They had the options, Ramesh. You look at the game they lost against Sri Lanka, they batted deep. So you look at various areas, it's about strength. And they seem to have that, found that.
"17 overs have been bowled, 104 for 3.
सिंपल ग्लो ना। हैंडसम ग्लो चाहिए to use कर Wednesday 3X handsome जिसका ट्रिपल एक्शन फॉर्मूला दे लॉन्ग लास्टिंग ग्लो Wednesday 3X handsome exclusively his
तो हो जाए सोनी धरती के नाम टपाल दानेदार का एक और कप
कैविटी है क्या?
Completely. That's gone up in the air. Now another one will fall here. That's easily taken. Fakhar Zaman once again rushed into playing that lofted shot. I don't know why, because all Pakistan need at this stage is singles and safe batting.
I think it's playing on his mind. He's never hit a six against Sri Lanka, which is very unusual. Even the previous game he's tried, Shanaka caught him. And here again. Can you believe it? Pavan Ratnayaka's got a second wicket. Fakhar Zaman's gone for 3. 104 for 4.
स्कूल कैसे जाऊंगा?
तुम ना एक्टिंग स्कूल जाओ
हर माँ जानती है कि कोलगेट मैक्सिमम कैविटी प्रोटेक्शन दे पूरे 24 घंटे तक कैविटी से हिफाजत है
कॉफी ओट मिल्क अपना स्नैक इंप्रूव करो
Best of 52 for Usman Khan. Strike rate of 121. Strike rate is not needed at this stage. Pakistan 11 away from the target of 17 balls. Set batsman in Babar Azam. He's a good player of spin bowling. Ratnayaka 2 for 3. Coming and helping Sri Lanka out with a couple of blows.
They both leg breaks early. Now, off spin.
Shanaka has a safe pair of hands. That's his second catch of the evening. And a second low score for Fakhar Zaman against Sri Lanka.
Mentioned Kamil Mishara. Bit of everything. He's taken the gloves. He bowled an over earlier as well.
That's a punchy start from Usman.
Saul Mendes off the park for the moment. 10 to get. Shafiqar on the offside.
He hits the ball extremely hard. Just the other night he hit 104 meter 6. Like his energies, always focused. Mendes Nas come back into the playing arena as a fielder. No, it's not working. That's an easy ball to hit for Babar Azam.
I think he bowled it on purpose. He got a wicket earlier, but he bowled this to Babar. He's aware of the situation and he's always looked to get low and hit it into gaps. That's what he does.
So strike away from winning this Pakistan. 4 needed. Drives elegantly for a run. 18 overs have been bowled, 4 down for 112.
तुम ना एक्टिंग स्कूल जाओ।
हर माँ जानती है कि कोलगेट मैक्सिमम कैविटी प्रोटेक्शन दे पूरे 24 घंटे तक कैविटी से हिफाजत।
है तो ऐड टू कार्ट है। इन स्टोर, ऑनलाइन, एनीटीएम, हर जगह चले, फायदे पे फायदा दे।
बैंक आज ही अपने बैंक से डरना।
इनको पुराने तरीकों से ऑर्डर करने दें। मोर देन 2 लाख ग्रोसरी आइटम्स के साथ आपका ऑर्डर फूड पैदा संभाल लेगा।
Played a lovely hand, prepared a pitch that suited their options. No dramas in the run chase. They've increased their options in the spin department particularly. Nawaz has led the field with accurate bowling. The season he's had as an all-round cricketer, Nawaz. The stadium, they're waiting for a strike here from Babar Azam. Works it away for another single.
You got to say they played really well, Pakistan, from all aspects of the game. But for this final to go this way, Sri Lanka only themselves to blame. You cannot lose 9 wickets for 30, especially from being in a position of 81 for 1 after 10.
Two needed now. Field has come in, 4 men in the ring, very close to the striker. 5 in fact in the circle. Any pluses for you from Sri Lankan squad 11, Russell? Who do you think moving forward? Is Mishar obviously stunned us with his potential?
Oh, breath of fresh air, the way he plays, the power. Well, that middle order needs to get stronger. Options available, I guess Charita Salanka, who went back. Coming the Mendes is a good strike. He's just lost a bit of form, so I see him coming back. Then as the T20 World Cup is in India and Sri Lanka, in terms of the conditions.
Here we go, another chance that's glided away for a run, so scores are level.
Sri Lanka can go ahead with this type of balance. No Antushara is in the squad as a seamer. And if coming the Mendes and Aslanka, they give you that extra spin overs if you do need. So it's not too far away, Sri Lanka, from where they could be, but Tikshana's form does worry me. Wicketless in most games, and you'd like some more impact from him. So Vijaykanth, Vyaskant might be, but now it's all about Pakistan needing one.
Right, last game for them this year, 2025, and they end this on a winning note. Just a single away, and Babar Azam gets them home with a cracking cut shot that will go and hit the fence. Pakistan win another ODI series. This was Tri-Nations. Congratulations all around. T20I series, in fact. So Pakistan home and comfortably home. The pitch was perfect for them as far as bowling options were concerned. They batted beautifully without any dramas. Full house viewed how good Pakistan had been this year on home territory. Dasun Shanika, well, his team fought hard to make it in the final. They looked just a little bit off in the first part of the Tri-Nations and then came back, roaring back strongly to make it to the final. 3 on the bounce for them was just a little bit tough. But anyway, it's about Pakistan and it's about their home season and how good they've been as a side. So the bases seem to be covered now in most areas. Bowling looks very sharp. Their options with the new ball, their options in the spin department and batting has been good, courtesy Farhan Sabzada, who's led them with a fantastic charge.
21 wins, the most in a calendar year for Pakistan. They played a lot more games as well. But Ramiz, they got better. They got better and better. That's what you're after. And now what this team needs is their approach to be consistent. Not hot and cold, the same intensity, the quality, skill, never in doubt. And how they've played throughout these couple of months, even leading up to this tri-series, should give them that direction and belief that this is what they need to do to be real competitors against any opposition.
Yeah, as they say, winners are grinners. And so winning makes matters so much smoother. A typical Babar Azam cut shot. And Pakistan win this quite comfortably. Chairman and company are very happy because the start of the season was just a little bit tough, and you're absolutely right. As they advanced, it became a lot more smoother, the ride. Fans loved every bit of what they produced in white ball cricket. It'll make Salman Ali Agha a stronger captain also. Farhan 23 on a tough pitch, then Saim Ayub 36 of 33, and that was clearly the highlight of this run chase because the opening partnership meant a great deal in this run chase on a tough pitch, on a tricky pitch. Babar Azam 37 not out, Salman Ali Agha 14 of 14. Fakhar once again failing against Sri Lanka. He's failed twice now in 2 matches against them, and surprisingly hasn't hit a 6 in T20Is against Sri Lanka, which is massively strange. 118 for 4 then.
Yeah, not enough runs. We always felt that maybe 25-30 short. Tikshana wicketless, but he needed to be at his best. And Hasaranga, surprisingly, not able to get his lengths right. But Pawan Ratnayaka, 2 wickets for him. He's never got a T20 wicket previously.
Yeah, Sri Lanka had to fire straight away. They needed wickets, they needed pressure. Dikshana's lack of form with the new ball up front has been a cause of pain, one would say, for the Sri Lankans. It's a good, decent opening partnership. Hasaranga was just a little bit off boil also. I think that is where the Sri Lankans were caught as well. And then things started to happen. Couple of blows, a wild swing at that one from the right-hander, Farhan Sahibzada, and then it was the wicket of Saim Ayub who once again thrilled the audience with his big shots.
And even from a batter's point of view, when you don't have a big score to chase, you don't take too many chances, because if there was, those balls keeping low would have caused more problems. Managed ways, but Babar Azam, he stuck to one end and made sure Pakistan got home. Couple of long hops getting wickets. Fakhar Zaman. There you go. Chanaka catching him for the second time in 3 days.
A half trigger put away for 4, then a cut shot. Hits the fence in no time, and Pakistan winning this quite comfortably in the end by 6 wickets. Sri Lanka 114, all out in 19.1 overs. Wickets for Nawaz, Shaheen, Abrar and Saim. Mishara, the top scorer. Very impressive outing in this Tri-Nations for him. Pakistan then over the line in the 19th over, 118 for the loss of 4. Babar 37 not out, Saim 36 and Farhan 23. So Pakistan over the line, win this by 6 wickets. We'll be back with post-match presentation.